And welcome one, welcome all, welcome to the Cosmic Tavern. We have some guests here, and I don't have PNG tubers for them, so apologies, but we do have 3 new players here. But first, before we get into the players, I should mention very lightly, welcome. I'm the DM today. I'm no longer the patron today, I am the bartender today. We have 3 lovely patrons with us here today. We have Tiktakdylan.
I'm Tiktakdylan.
We have Jonah.
What is good? Hello.
And we have our dear friend Lorenzo.
What's up, yo?
Hell yeah. These are 3 guys I play D&D with. One of them literally has a YouTube. Go check them out. Tick, Tack, and a Dylan. You'll find him, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I love men.
Oh, dude, he loves men. Dude loves men. Like,
and
heavily.
woman.
Yeah, very passionate about both of them. So... let me just hop straight into it. Little disclaimer for the people watching. We do have sexual humor here. We do have, this is also very heavily homebrewed. So if, you like a normal D&D and you don't really want to listen, you have to refigure out how D&D works, I don't recommend watching this podcast. Just give me a heads up. Also, don't send this to your grandpa or to your mama. If you're a kid, don't watch this. You're too young.
Go to your room. Do your homework.
Yes. Also, a reminder that these podcast videos are recorded live, and also, well, not live, they're not streamed, but more in the fact that they are edited live, meaning that all the musics are done while doing this. So if things get funky, it's because I don't have time to edit because I work 2 jobs. Go fuck yourself. But we love you here. Hey guys, how we doing? Also, I want to just mention, just out of the, because I can, I was looking through my analytics. And they can show you like what people like have been what videos my videos has been recommended under, and what the click rate percentage is. Like a lot of videos are like D&D stuff related, but then there was like one random video that the most recent video got put out to, and it was underneath a video, and I quote, "Furries struggling in MSI Russia." And the click rate was 100%. So welcome, furries, I guess. Welcome, buds.
I don't know how to like help out with your click rate right there. I'm gonna be honest.
I don't know
I don't
why
know what
that
they're
was
looking for, but I guess I found it.
I guess they saw
True.
the little tanuki in the thumbnail, the little raccoon guy, and that was like, yes, that's the one. That's the man.
I mean, I can guarantee that nobody's gonna be saying uwu during this kingly assassination.
Dude, that's such a fucking trope, man. Come on. Either way, welcome to the one shot in my world, not an Acrid world, in my world. Oh boy, I'm excited for this. So let's get straight into it. This one shot, this story, this campaign takes place in the kingdom of sorry, I don't know why I said "ov" wrong. Why the fuck have I've never said it like that. Sorry.
Bro really just said oval the shape.
Yeah,
Cringe.
for real. So this takes place in the kingdom of Rosalhna. Now, Rosalhna is the only sky kingdom in the world. It is a kingdom and an island that floats purely in the sky, created by some form of clouds that seem to hold the same type of mass that of like dirt or other forms of ground. So weirdly enough, it can continue to float within the air, but still can like hold people's weights. So weirdly enough, it's kind of buildable there. There are trees and things like that, and there is like a form of dirt that has kind of like begun to like form on the top bits of this island, but it's taken hundreds and hundreds of years for this like grass and ground, just like normal dirt, normal ground to begin to form in this area. Rosalhna is known to be a pretty peaceful kingdom, or at least it used to be. It was pretty nice. A lot of the architecture was created with whites and golds, a lot of marbles, that sort of things. Just very like, think of like standard heaven, kind of like that. You're taking like Roman Greek architecture with like whites and golds for like the colorings, basically. That is the sort of place that Rosalhna is. You normally have some cherry blossom trees kind of up top, kind of giving these like pink petals going through. It's also the only kingdom in the world that is constantly moving. It moves very slow, but within about 2 years, it manages to circle the world. It takes a bit of time. So, if you ever want to visit the place, it can be a little bit hard to get there, obviously, at the end of the day.
Big ladder.
Big ladder. A lot of people, there is an actual way that people often get there. There are known to be basically giant geysers that will like shoot literally thousands of feet into the air.
I was hoping you were gonna say something like they have like some cannons like from the circus. They just like launch tourists Evil Knievel style up to the clouds.
No.
Sometimes rubble broken off from the island falls to the ground, and those with the right equipment can simply rewind it back into the sky.
I get it.
Honestly, I might get into that in a second here, but like normally what the geysers are done with, there's a whole separate thing with that. Normally the geysers have like contraptions that have been built around them since then, due to people wanting to get to this island. So if you time it right, you can buy a ticket and catch a ride on basically a geyser-built platform that will launch you thousands of feet into the air until you eventually, and if timed correctly by the engineers, otherwise they have to give you your money back and hope that you land safely. So yes, there is a risk to getting up here. That's really the only way you can get up there unless you can fly. So there are many ways. The other way is that if any cloud rubble seems to fall off, not the normal dirt that's been growing up there, but the bottom bits of the island, if any of those like kind of cloud bits form, kind of fall off, normally you can kind of use it to create like wings of some sort. Now, whether if they are dependable, pretty questionable. It's highly not recommended. A lot of times they often end up disintegrating before people can actually fly to the top. They normally skyrocket to the bottom and crash. It's not recommended. It's really only recommended if you're like a very small creature like a kobold or a goblin. That being said, this is Rosalhna. Now, it was known that apparently, 3 years, only to this kingdom and this kingdom alone, that apparently a tyrant king took over the lands. Now, you guys would know this kingdom quite, or not this kingdom, but this king quite well as Brinseth the King. Absolute piece of shit. You know that he was a cloud giant that came from the underground lands and kind of just decided that he wanted the place. Basically just completely killed the royal family, took over, and stormed the castle. And since then, he's been in control. It is also known that one of the princes, or in fact, the only prince, kind of rebelled against the king, kind of broke away from him. Though the hatred for why he has that type of hatred towards the king is kind of unknown. That being said, that's where we come to the party. Whereas there is the normal neighborhoods, obviously, there's town markets, the streets are busy. And then if you go further into the edges outside of the kingdom, there is the slums, where a lot of the homeless people and a lot of the people who can barely afford to pay for rent live. Dark alleys, and honestly, sadly enough, people just aren't taken care of. This has been a problem ever since the Tyrant came into play. And deep inside of a rundown, broken shack, where a man in a ragged cloth has been kind of just living by himself, or quote unquote, as far as the guards know, by himself. That's where the party has been staying, as a hideout to plot. The advisor, the royal advisor who's been helping them set up this said assassination, has not only given them the layout of the castle so they can get to the king, but also has been providing them with this said shelter, as the man in the robe, in this tattered robe, is a old friend of theirs. In the corner is a shade that seems to be standing about. What is this shade doing?
Tucked away off into the corner as if to perhaps poise itself away from idle gazes, a gaunt, almost at times seemingly motionless suit of armor remains poised slightly, slouched almost still against the side of the wall, with brief sporadic moments of exaggerated, almost performative, labored breathing as it silently stares across the room, almost patiently awaiting some initiative towards moving forward in this scheme that he's found himself attracted into.
All right. And what is his name by chance?
The shade,
Yes.
the shade that rests slumped against the wall, is named, to those few that he's elected to address, has given the name Lemmaeus Bainand.
All right. That is what Lemmaeus dude, I'm so sorry. That is what Lemmaeus is like. But jumping over, so I'm so sorry about the transition here. It's been a year plus since I've DM'd. But jumping over to a...
Doing great, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Jumping over to another person of the party, we also have a Challen sitting down at a table.
Yeah, so he is 7 feet tall, covered in scars. His left eye has been completely cut out. The right eye is staring at seemingly everyone in the group, unseeing, clouded over. He is sitting almost perfectly still, watching with a stare of almost anger as he is teetering on the edge of sanity.
You know, that is fair. And what is this man's name?
His name is Ishkabal.
Ishkabal. All right. And you'd see the old man with the ragged cloth kind of just walk over to this half Duragar and just kind of look at him and raise up a cup of tea and just go, drink it.
Okay, here we go. Oh god, you two really put so much thought into this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The half. I probably should have checked with you about this earlier. How do you pronounce my character's species again?
Half Duragar.
Half Duergar. He just takes the tea, just kind of throws it on the ground and just says,
My
I
tea.
hate tea.
My tea.
I hate it just as much as I hate you.
What'd I do?
I don't know.
You see the old man walk away sadly. What does he look like? What does this half Duragar look like? This piece of shit.
It's kind of like if Danny DeVito was a D&D character.
What?
That's not the description you're getting.
Okay, so everybody just picture Danny DeVito. So is he like 4'7" or something? Like.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, gotcha. God, dude, this is great. So, what's his name? Because everybody needs to know. Chief.
Prince Destructor.
So.
The long-lost forbidden prince of the Tyrant King that exists in this kingdom.
Yeah, there it is. Alright. So, you just see the old man kind of waddle over to the counter and just kind of grab what seems to be a note that has been left over on the windowsill. The envelope is still unopened. And he would just go, well, it's time either way that we read this. From what I understand, it's from the royal advisor. And he kind of crinkle it open, and you just hear a nice crisp as you would open up the letter. And my cat wants out. You bitch. How dare you? How dare you want out of my room? How dare you?
DM, you've broken my immersion.
shoot. Bye-bye.
That cat is not ready for the Foley.
I don't think this guy knows how to put the D in DM right now.
Damn. Listen, man, I can't help if a cat wants out of my room.
Understandable.
So, you see, yeah?
Discord or real?
Yo, mama. How about that?
Good answer.
Yeah, thanks, man. So you'd hear him crinkle it out, and you'd see him just go, "Oh, no, those are my taxes." And you see him crinkle it back and throw it away, and then pick up the other envelope, and then re-crinkle it. Oh, yes. So, I don't know if this matters to a lot of you. When did you plan on doing the assassination again? Cause I know this came in a week ago, but, the advisor apparently was, we really should have read this. It says that we're supposed to do that today. Here's the map. And he would kind of just slide over this map onto the table. And, luckily for the blind Shaolin, they have indented kind of like a outline into it, like kind of burned it in, so that way you can actually kind of feel like the mapping, so you actually know what the map looks like to a degree.
Awesome. I'm gonna just run my hand over that real quick.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah. What's up?
Can I eat the guy's taxes?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So while he's running his hand over the map, you walk over to this like paper of taxes, and you just check. You know what? Roll me a con save.
Okay, 1 second. What's a 10 get me?
Okay, so here's what this is gonna get you. You take 5 slashing damage as you get a paper cut on your tongue.
The Strictor just says, numbers.
That sounded like a thwomp.
I literally just invented the voice for this guy today.
It's fair. But so as you run your hand across this map, you can get a feeling that the beginning of the map starts around the main entrance. There is 3 layers to this castle. Actually, technically 4 if you count the basement, aka the dungeon. There are 2 ways that is kind of mentioned throughout this letter that you can get into the castle. You can either go through the sewers, which there is a Skaven waiting underneath that will guide you through the sewers, but he will go no further than that. Going through the sewers will lead you through the dungeon. In the dungeon, this is something that my dear boy Ishkaval would know. Any of the past royal guards that used to work for the past royal family, they're locked up there. They are the people that are locked up in that area. So if you wish to free them to try and help them, or even have them help fight against this tyrant, that is a possible plan. The other option is to go directly through. The dungeon, by the way, is like one giant hallway. So you'd be popping out kind of in the middle of the hallway, and you just have to go up and down. And on one side is like a staircase leading upwards into the first floor. That if you went up that staircase, you'd end up in the library. Which, by the way, that front area, you're immediately walking in, you have the main lobby with like stairs straight ahead with 4 different rooms, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. There's a library on the left and a just like a bedroom on the left as well. But it seems like it's more meant for bedroom, as in bedrooms for the guards. So it's kind of a big room. But it basically just kind of spans out like a hallway almost, just so they each have a bed. But it's nothing like too luxurious. Again, the tyrant really doesn't care about his people, so. And on the right side, you have like the kitchen, that sort of stuff. Basically just necessity rooms. Then you'd have to go up the 2nd floor, where again, it's just a bunch of random rooms until you finally get to the 3rd floor. Literally the advisor, when I say random rooms, the advisor literally wrote down on each little room opening area, they wrote beside it, random room, random room, random room. As in, even the advisor doesn't give a fuck about these rooms. But if you get up, yes. And for good reasons, because there's like no reason to go into these rooms, but if you choose to do so, that is fine by me. I'm not the advisor, I'm just the DM. What can I do about that? So if you go up the next flight of stairs, you'll get to the 3rd floor. And going straight up it is one giant room. That room being the throne room. That being said, that is what the map describes. So here comes the real question. What's your plan of action?
Well, we want to go through the front door. I have 10 bombs.
Oh god.
Just throwing that out there.
What are we feeling here, boys?
Sewer's probably the smarter option, to be fair.
We have one.
Lemmaeus will visibly stir a little bit from the corner and lift its head up, first a little too high, and then tilting it back down to keep at eye level with the prince. And
Oh, you cut out. Okay, so you said we heard up the prince.
Oh yeah, sorry. And
Okay.
he will speak in a sort of raspy, like ragged voice. He will addressing the prince. He will say, "And what kind of victory would the new king of this land desire?"
No, see, the thing is, I have an answer for you, but I don't know if I should say it. Fuck it, Weeball. The prince looks up at you because you are definitely taller than him. It says, "When I'm made king, I will ban sex and taxes."
The old man looks distraught.
At this point, Ishkabal's gonna sort of speak up with his voice gravelly and raspy from years of disuse. And just say, "That is irrelevant. Take me to him."
Okay. So, sewers it is! That is a mood. That man is fucking angry. So, agreeing upon going to the sewers, the old man would kind of just nod to you. And then just kind of look to you and go, "Well, what are you waiting for? Come on. We gotta go to the sewers. Don't ask why my voice changed. Fuck you." And he would, if you follow, and I'm hoping you do. I'm hoping with all my beautiful might that you do. You can go to the sewers with him. So
Yeah, let's get this thing started.
all right. So you would head down into the sewers, and it is absolutely murky. Like, you're talking, the stench is just downright awful. Because it is a sewer at the end of the day. But as soon as you go down that little manhole area, you take one whiff. And it is horrible. You haven't smelled anything this bad in your life. But you do see the Skaven standing there with no problem. And for those who don't know, Skaven are rat people. This rat is standing around I'd say around 5'7". He has a few scars, like going down his eye, across his nose, just a little bit everywhere. He's got quite a few scars. This rat has absolutely seen some shit. But he would just kind of gesture. He wouldn't even say a word, but he gestured to have you guys follow along this pathway alongside the sewer system. Basically, going into the sewer system, because I should give you just a idea of the difference between these two areas. Going just like the normal outside, it's so bright, because again, with the ground kind of being a mixture of cloud and dirt and grass, you're dealing with browns, whites, and greens. You're dealing with architecture that's white and golds. You're dealing with just the natural sky, which is a bright blue. And then you go to the sewers, and it's a 180. It's almost pitch dark, so the people with dark vision thankfully are completely fine. So you're seeing like grays, like shades of gray. It's just like the water underneath it is murky. Like everything was nice up there, even though you were in the slums, it was still kind of nice, because the slums used to not be the slums. So it's like the old Roman architecture. Like yes, it's broken down, but like it's still decent architecture. You know what I mean? Whereas you're now in the sewers. They're like the walls are cracked. You have like little tiny like non-skaven little rats running about. You have flies everywhere. It's horrid. You do this walk for a good 30 minutes just across this. And I don't know if the characters would talk to each other or if you would just stay silent, but the Skaven doesn't say a word.
I think the prince would kind of say, not really directed towards anybody, but just, these sewers are gonna smell so much better after I ban sex in the kingdom.
Oh my god. I think the Skaven. I don't think the Skaven would say anything, actually, now I think about it. No, he really would just kind of look over you like, the fuck? Yeah, no, everybody really does just ignore you, huh?
Yeah, Ishkabal is dead silent.
You know, that's fair, dude.
Mace just like shuffles in pace a little ways behind the group.
That's fair. So he's at the back then.
Yes.
Okay, understood. So the lot of you would kind of go in a single file line with the shade being in the back. And just kind of, again, it's just utter silence. Like, there's that one remark from the prince. Nobody gives a fuck. And they just keep walking. And eventually, you would start to see a light at the other end of this tunnel. And may I remind you, if you went down here without the Skaven, you would have gotten lost. Because within this walk, there are so many turns, because at the end of the day, it spirals throughout the entire, kingdom. There's a lot going on here. Eventually you'd reach that light. And you would see 4 little circles up in the ceiling with like, that's where the light seems to be coming from, just kind of beaming out lightly. You don't hear any footsteps above you, thankfully. At least not yet.
Do I feel anything?
With your tremor sense, you can feel that there is a what would you call it here? There are presences, but they do not seem to be moving. And welcome, Acrid, who we thought was not going to be able to make it to the podcast. If this man would like to be so kind as you are leading them through this sewer system, would you like to describe your character?
Oh, I'm joining. Hello, everyone.
Yes, you're being forcefully injected.
Hi. So I will give a brief and quick description of my character.
Yes.
So for everyone to understand, my character is a very dejected-looking rat man. Very elderly-looking.
You might want to turn up your mic slightly, by the way.
He stands at a whopping...
That was a 180.
I just heard God spawning into the server.
That was like having someone be like far away and then getting right in your ear. Holy shit.
Would you like me to turn it back down? I'm sorry.
I think just a tad would be good, but you don't need it.
Hello?
Yeah, that's good. That's better. Okay.
Sorry. I was like adjusting it while I was talking.
No, you're good. Because like you're at 30 decibels and everybody else is talking around 20. And then you went to 15. I was like, holy shit. Okay, so go for it.
Yeah. So he's like 5'4".
Okay.
And that's like at full height. So slouching, he's normally like 5, maybe.
Yeah.
He's not a big man.
Yeah.
He has a gray fur that covers his entire body, and he has a white fur underbelly that is very clearly visible. He wears like a very like shabby, like black cloak that covers most of his body. But
yeah.
He has a like shining bronze and like iron like metal arm that covers up, that is his left arm. It's very clearly fake and very clearly like he made it.
Yeah.
So it's got all these like green lines that go along it. So if someone really wanted to take a weapon to it, they're probably getting doused in acid
Yes.
of multiple skin-eating types.
Now, if you don't mind me asking, what is his name?
His name, let me get it for you, is, I have it,
Cool.
Degark. That's his
Degark.
name.
All right. Also,
He goes by, if he's getting addressed by people around people he does not know, he does have a fake name he likes people to use, which is Leroy.
So which name is he given the party?
He has given them Degart because he does
Okay.
view them as friends.
Okay, gotcha.
He's given them both.
Now, I did mention that Dagart was not going to be coming along because I thought that Acrid was going to be unconscious forever. But seeing that he is here, he has suddenly out of nowhere changed his mind that he will be coming along. Now, for what reasons, nobody knows except the gods. God bless Shonen. So, that being said...
Just fucking teleports my ass. He's like, y'all are gonna need this.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Shone is the god of radiancy, and also the god of the heavens, and nirvana and reincarnation.
Not sure why the fuck he's like, yeah, this rat will help you.
Now, let's be real, that'd be Arcasia, the goddess of poison. So, that being said, you guys spend your time getting to the sewers. For our dear Shaolin friend here, you can feel presences above you. A lot of them are pretty still. Those could be inmates, those could be guards. You cannot tell which though. But from what you can tell, a lot of them either seem to not be moving, or they're like some of them only have like 1 foot on the ground. So they may either be sleeping on like stone beds hanging on the walls, or they might be on a chair, meaning that could either be a guard or a prisoner.
Can I listen?
You could try to listen. Roll me a perception check.
Nice.
since-
I
since you-
smell.
I've
Here-
got blind fighting, so I should have advantage.
Here's what I'll do, right? Since you're a Challen and you have like cat ears, yeah, you definitely get that advantage of perception to hear. And as for Smelly Boy over here who wants to smell, you are in a sewer, so it's gonna be kind of hard to distinguish the smells, but you can roll a disadvantage smell check.
Well, then I'll get counteracted because I naturally have advantage on perception.
All
with
right.
smelling.
So you get a flat roll.
Yay.
Yeah.
22.
22. All right. Nice. And what about you, my
This
friend?
bodes great.
What'd you get?
Nat 1.
Okay.
no.
So you take you breathe out heavily. You just hear and you try to do the strongest sniff of your life. And as soon as you sniff the air, all you smell is the putrid, absolutely just rancid smell of the sewer system. And you can
And all the party would hear is,
And what gets
Yep,
him the
that
worst is that there's one thing that smells even worse than the sewer system that is right beside him. The prince behind him. Something about him just smells like spoiled eggs, and he just can't figure out why.
He hasn't showered in 5 days. That might do it.
That might. By the way, I want to let you know, Acrid, the literal description for his character is that he's just literally a mini Danny DeVito. So just picture a half Duragar that's 4'7" and is balding.
Our new king, everybody.
Our popular new king. Yay!
you are getting stared at by a Skaven who has like glinting red eyes, and he stares at you with a 1,000-mile stare, and you can't tell if he's gonna heal you or shoot you.
Hector just kind of like isn't paying attention at all. He's just looking at a butterfly nearby.
Well, okay, yeah, I know. There's a butterfly. The butterfly goes into the sewer, right? And you see it begin to mutate. I'm gonna roll something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, no, this is the thing. You've done this. You've done this to yourself. So I'm gonna roll a D100 here.
Good job. Good
Yeah.
job. This is why you
Congratulations,
don't.
everybody. The Tarrasque is here.
Oh my fucking. Okay.
What's the deal with that butterfly? What secrets is it hiding?
Kirby lore,
So-
dude.
This
So-
is why you don't say random shit, because you're
You-
gonna cause all hell to break loose.
You see this.
I mean,
butter-
Acrid, you know me probably.
Yeah. You see this. You see this butterfly kind of crash down into the floor, and you see his body is like squirming violently, and you see that his body starts to grow pretty fucking fast at like an alarming rate. And
Can I shoot it with acid?
go roll it to hit. Roll it to hit.
Natural 15 plus 13. 28.
Roll your damage.
Bruh.
So what everyone sees is at that butterfly starts shooting, the fucking Skaven quick draws his syringe gun and shoots.
Okay. How much damage are we looking at?
I'm not like I don't care what you are. I'm not seeing a butterfly turn into whatever the fuck's approaching. I don't care. I'm shooting it. 53 acid damage.
Woof.
Holy
So
shit!
you-
What?
Bruh.
You hear the scream of the damned come out of this butterfly. As when you shot it, it completely stops moving. But when it stopped growing, it stops growing, by the way, but it was starting to grow full-on humanoid legs, arms, there was horns starting to grow out of its head, and a tail started to appear on the back of it. And the wings were becoming massive. Yeah, good thing you dealt with that.
So what everyone would see is like a almost black level, like a dark green, almost black acid got injected into this creature.
Yes.
Alright, well, time to hide the body. I pick up the non-moving body and I throw it into the sewer system.
You see, as you throw into the sewer system, you see like 7 different random quote-unquote fish come out of the water and tear it to shreds.
I want to
Holy
mention,
crap.
all anyone would hear is just, Dagart thinks that was a bad idea. And he just walks away, like continuing forward.
You guys...
The prince upon witnessing this says, wow, they're really dead.
The gods look at you in disappointment. Moving on. You guys are right underneath the manhole. So, when do you wish
Did
to
I
come
hear
out?
anything up there?
So with that hearing, right, I didn't even get to that because the butterfly incident. With your 22 in hearing, you can hear what sounds like a bit of snoring. And it seems to be coming from like all sides. You don't seem to hear any footsteps, which is a good thing. Besides that, there does seem to be like, it sounds like there is one person near the manhole. Now, the manhole is located in the center of the hallway. So, it could either be, again, a person in the cell, or a guard with a chair near the manhole. Now, keep in mind, it sounds really close.
We could open up the manhole, grab the guard, take him to the sewer, and then just pummel the shit out of him.
There is a way we could do this. It might kill everyone in the room, but there is a way we can do this.
Oh?
Oh.
My guy would suggest this as a last resort.
Okay. Keep in mind, part of the plan was to free the royal guards, if I remember correctly.
Okay, is that because? So I don't know what that. I didn't know that. So
Yes,
he would.
yes.
You guys would see the rat open his mouth like, I have an idea. He remembers we want to save the royal guards. He goes, never mind.
Yeah.
His idea was Glyph of Warding, and he was gonna sit there until it was at the very end of its charge, and then set it off.
God.
You just see the prince like slowly put away a bomb that he'd taken out earlier.
Oh boy. Okay,
Can I
who?
like prepare myself to fucking just dash through this man cover and pounce on the first thing that's
So
close
can
to
I
it?
cast?
So okay. Let me
Can
answer
I
this
cast
first.
Arcane Eye?
Arcane Eye is useful, and yes, you may prep yourself for that. You can do that. If I remember correctly, Arcane Eye will allow you to see into another room without actually being in it, correct?
It's invisible, so no one would know it's there.
Yeah.
So the rat like stops anyone from touching the fucking manhole. He's like, "Let me do a thing." Like,
Okay.
please, let Daggart help. He fucking casts Arcane Eye.
Okay. So you can see with that eye, correct? And it would appear inside that room, correct?
So I would move it into the room, like through the manhole cover.
Okay.
I can move it up to 30 feet, and I would be able to see through it.
Okay.
You can move it. There's no limit to how far you can see with the eye, but it can't enter another plane of existence. That's fine.
Okay. So here's what... Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
So here's what you can see. You can see that there is a chair, and there is a guard right there. There are...
Hello there.
3 guards in total from what you can see in this hallway. 1 right at the manhole, 1 sitting in another chair, and he is passed the fuck out near the stairway. And then there is like 1 guard that is kind of awake. It looks like he's dozing, but he's at the end of the hallway. And I will mention this. All the cells, there are at least 15 cells on each side of the room. That is 30 cells in total. And at the very end of the room, where not the stairway end, but the other end of this hallway like dungeon, there is a very well secured door. As in like it is like a fucking what's the word for like a prison when they put like that, like a prisoner really gets out of hand and they like shove them in there. Maximum security. Yeah, solitary. That's the word I'm looking for. Solitary. It's like a solitary confinement type of like door.
So, would I have any idea what the king we're going after sounds like? Or could I mimic a voice of someone the guards... Could I have ever heard a guard's voice?
So, here's the thing, right? You would have heard some guards' voices in the past, because the royal guards, even though they do work for the Tyrant doesn't give a fuck about the people. Some of them do actually wander around the slum, very rarely. It's normally when they're drunk. On top of that, the only person that would know what the king sounds like is the prince, sadly enough.
Okay, so...
and the Challen, because the Challen was cast out by the king.
So...
Oh, yeah, I should probably mention that story.
Yeah, do you want to mention that little bit of information for people real quick? So they understand the motive of it?
He was originally an orphan that was raised by the previous royal family to be a very powerful hero in the kingdom. Sort of like their sort of ace in the sleeve of like, aha, here's our, big powerful guy we have fight for us. Once this kingdom was taken over, he was deemed too dangerous and too much of a rebellion risk. He was blinded, mortally wounded, and thrown into the wilderness, like down below. And being the zealot barbarian, the gods had taken pity on him or just found him too humorous to let die like that. Healed his mortal wounds, but not his blindness, and he's kind of flipped into insanity living in the woods. And he's now been brought up here.
Yes, I will mention this. There was a very specific goddess that actually did that for you. That was the goddess of lightning and thunder, Ki. She tried to fix the whole blinded bit, but sadly enough, she was not successful, as that is not her part of expertise.
Okay.
But she did her best to help you out.
So, I want to walk away from the manhole cover.
Okay.
Just so there's no risk of any of the guards hearing me.
Okay.
And I want to use magical tinkering.
Okay.
And I want to make a... Okay, hold on. Let me think.
Yeah.
I want to make a recording.
Yeah.
That is saying, like, just, like, the sound of, like, people screaming and saying, "What is that?"
Okay. Okay.
I like where this is going.
And I want to go up to the manhole cover and put it on it. Tell everyone else what's going on. and hit play.
Okay. So
If no one else has any other idea how to scare the fuck out of the guards, I'd like to
Lemaeus
do this.
Lemaeus will sort of hobble forward towards you and... You wish to bring panic, yes?
Daggone things panicking guards will do well. They're sleepy and they're not going to think well. If they think that there is big monster coming down the sewer, they might run. Or they might run down here like idiots and run into our ambush. And we can push them into sewer water and they'll get eaten by fish.
Might I contribute some credence to your ploy?
Sure.
This cadence, this cautious cadence, it tires me.
Yay.
You just hear a yay.
all right. So what are you
Acrid,
doing, my dear
I fucking
friend?
love this voice that you picked out.
Daggone, that's a good idea.
Lemaeus will step forward, approaching the manhole. Did you say there were openings around it or on it?
There are
some-
4 like little small holes that are punched into it. Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the only way the arcane eye was able to get through. Also, I would have, if I can still have that active, I probably will.
That's fair. You can have that active.
Because I just
No.
want to, because it lasts an hour, so I just want to know if these fuckers start running or if they're coming down, so I can warn the others.
That's fair. That's fair.
As far as they know, they're not being watched.
Understood.
Question. Now,
Yes.
assuming Acrid, you shared your findings with the arcane eye of the room.
Yes,
Um,
I would have.
what's
So,
the asking about the room? Was the lighting in the room natural? Was there any openings for sunlight or other form of persistent natural light to illuminate the room?
So as of now, the only type of lighting that is there are some very dimly lit lanterns. That is about it.
Perfect.
Oh boy.
Lemaeus will turn back to you and just... Are we ready then to cast off this farce?
so you guys would see Daggart. Daggart walks up to the manhole cover
Mm-hmm.
and places like this little like piece of scrap metal. You're not sure where he got it, but it's there.
All right.
You would hit play, and all the guards in the room would hear is for the next 6 seconds. So for 4 of those seconds, they just hear what sound like 4 or 5 guards screaming in pain,
Yeah.
and then like one of them like shouting, "What the fuck is that?"
So
As you are doing so, if I may,
Yes.
Lemaeus is going to extend an arm up over him. That seems to sort of warble and flicker with a bit of inky blackness around it. And I'm going to use, what was it called again? Control light to
all right.
utterly snuff out the light within the prison itself.
Yeah.
And then I would,
Oh,
if
these
able
poor
to within the
guards.
time, use Shadow Stride
Mm-hmm.
to disappear in the darkness and reappear at the point of which Acrid, your character, described the stairs leading into the prison to be. At the base of the stairs in the prison.
All right.
While he's doing this, can I
Mhm.
do I'd let him a little credence to this little scare thing, and I want to use my paralyzing roar ability and come bursting through that manhole.
Okay. So we've got a hell of a combo here. So here's what's gonna
Wait,
happen.
wait, hang on,
Intimidation
wait.
question
There-
mark
there's
was
one-
like a
There's one more thing.
Yeah. Uh huh. What's up?
Don't add
Just
a
to
bomb.
kind of like increase the confusion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, you good, man?
I'm gonna I'm gonna light a bomb.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna throw it down the sewers, far away from us, so we don't get hurt. So that way the guards also hear the explosion and are even more confused.
Oh my god. Okay. Right. Yeah, sure, man. Okay, so here's what the fuck happens. So you set all of this up. You guys communicate all of this entire idea, and
somehow agree to it.
yes,
I'm gonna be honest, like, my guy would have literally stopped everyone after just the shade bit. He was like, no, we're trying to scare them into here so we can kill them easier. We don't want to fight them up there.
Here's what happens, right? So you do know that the 3 guards that are in there are thankfully human for you. You are lucky on that. I had already rolled for the guards for what type they are, so that means they won't have dark vision. So this actually works out perfect for you guys. So they see, or they see one that is awake, that's like half awake and dozing. He sees as the lights in the dungeon go completely pitch black. Like, even though that the fire is going, it becomes completely dark in here. And you can hear him just lightly mutter, huh? What's... And then he hears the screams of his, like 5 different guards just going, help, help, ah! Just like screaming in agony and just pure panic. And then you hear again, as you mentioned, that one guy just go, what the hell is that? And then you see the Challen, you see our dear pal, our dear friend Ishkabal just burst out of the manhole. At this point, I'm gonna roll for something here. Okay. And okay. So here's what happens. Ishkabal, with your tremor sense, you can feel that the dude on the hallway that was dozing, he's managed to keep his composure. He has stood up, but he's he's got himself fully awake. He's like, what the fuck is that? Like, he's actively eyeing you down, and he's about to start rushing over. You can see that the guy who is asleep is continuing to sleep through this. He is.
Dude, I respect it.
A whole ass bomb went off.
Yes. It hasn't gone off yet.
Oh, right.
You have the guy on like the front who you see him going, huh? And you hear as he falls off his chair and hits his head on the wall, cracking his head open. As he rolled a nat 1.
Also, if I can enter after Ishkabal,
yeah.
I would like to roll stealth
Okay.
as a rat.
Well, you may do this. As you roll for stealth, I'm about to explain the next big thing. As that man hits his head on the floor and the other guy starts rushing, you hear a as the bomb goes off. And let me ask you a question real quick. Was it put in the water or was it just rolled off to the side?
Rode off to the side.
Okay, so now I need to roll for something else.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Structural
okay.
integrity.
Okay. What's the damage die on that bomb? What type of bomb do you use? Black powder bomb, the normal bomb, or the grenade that you have?
I think I forgot to put black powder bombs in my inventory. So I just put a
Those
normal
are
bomb.
part of your firecracker rogue thing. You can scroll down. I think it's a bonus action.
Okay, so in that case, that is 3d6 plus 2.
Okay, 3d6 plus 2. So we're going to go ahead and roll this now for you. I'm sorry. Actually, you know what? You roll it. You're the player. This is your damage.
I mean, all right.
Yeah.
Glad to know I'm in control of my own destiny.
Yeah, man. You are your destiny.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so-
Yeah? What you got?
That is literally the best possible roll.
No, what did you get? Because I
20.
cannot see it. A 20. Okay, so with 20 damage, you see, and alarmingly, you hear the cracking of the wall of the sewer system as a portion of it caves. And not
Right.
only that, as you see it cave, for Ishkabal, the person who is like, again, can feel it. Not only does he feel it like begin to crumble away, he can feel as the guard that was rushing towards him and also can hear him go "Ah!" as he falls through. And I'm a roll for him. You see him manage to tuck and roll and is now like looking around like, what am I? He's like trying to find his way through the darkness. And you hear him just yell at the 2 people who are still in the sewer, the prince and if I remember correctly, should be the shade. He looks at the two of you, or quote unquote looks. He can't see you. Just yells, "Whoa, where are you? Who? I'll kill you!" It's just he just swings like wildly.
I'm gonna bonk him with my hammer.
Okay, roll out to hit and also roll a dex save.
Alright, but I'll do dex save first.
Yep.
Which
Also
is a plus
36,
14,
by
so
the
I'm
way.
really not worried.
Yeah, the dex save is fine. Also, what'd you say?
36 on stealth. I don't think he's seeing me.
Yeah, no,
25
they
to
won't
hit?
see. 25 to hit. Yeah, no, you hit him. So how would you describe this attack that you're doing here?
Oh my god.
My man, the soundboard. What did we say? I mean,
I'm sorry, it was too perfect.
Just mute his soundboard.
I want to mention. So that time, normally the soundboard's insanely loud on the thing. It was only like louder by 5 decibels and by the music, so I don't know if they could have even heard that. He did the
barely
metal
heard
pipe sound effect.
Everyone say hi, edited in post, Nitsify.
I don't have time to edit. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
15 damage.
Okay. Yeah. So you and where do you hit him? Like on top of the head, side of the head? Because I know you're going for the head, but where?
Balls.
You're going for his balls.
Yeah.
So you hit like the metal plate armor that like goes around his balls, and you see it dent. And you just hear him go.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, fuck you! And you see him raise his longsword over his head and try to swing at you again. And he's going to hit. And he got a natural 2. As you see him swing and just utterly miss. Like he was nowhere near you.
Hey, let's go.
Can I grab that sleeping guard and like whip him down the manhole?
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. So, what I want you to do is go and roll me an athletics check here. With advantage, because he is asleep. So he can't really
Can I
resist.
stab the other guard? Oh no. Oh
That's
wait.
a 36, my guy.
Yeah, there's only these two that are left. But yes. A 36?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, could I quickly stab the man before he gets chucked?
Yeah, go and roll your damage. You don't have to roll for that because he's actively already being grappled. So like, I want to mention this is how this is going down, right? You see him get grabbed by like, how would you grab him real quick? I need to know this. How are you grabbing him?
So I'm bursting through this sewer thing, and I'm just grabbing him by like an ankle, and I'm just gonna drag him and throw him down the hole.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
So what you saw, by the way, is you started bursting up. Is you felt, Degart, the Skaven, just like kind of crawl up past you along the wall.
Like on his back type of deal.
Yeah, just like he was like, I'm small, hold on. And then as you grab the guy, you see as you pull him, a blade shoots out from his metal arm, and he slashes the guy using his hidden blade feature, as well as which, because he's sneaking and doing this, he gets a stealth strike on the guy.
Go ahead and do all that. By the way, this athletics is going to go perfectly, by the way. I can't wait to explain this.
So this guard is going to be feeling a lot of pain as he gets stabbed, because essentially what he is feeling is the blade coming out and essentially stabbing into him.
Yeah.
And then it's retracting as he's getting pulled down.
Great.
So he feels 45 piercing damage from the blade.
Okay.
And then there's 27 sneak attack damage.
Okay, so here's what happens with that. So you stab the living shit out of him, and you see him just go, yeah! You see him begin to yell, and then as soon as he does that, you see him get grabbed by the ankles, yanked down, his head slams against like the manhole rim, and they get thrown into the water. And before he can try to even do anything, and may I remind you, as soon as all of this has happened, blood was already like leaking out of his like forehead. There's like blood going from his like ankles. There's blood on a bit of
There's a lot of blood on his side.
Yes. There's a bit of blood on Ishkabal's like hands because of this, and he just chucks him into the water like a fucking shark, like coming out of the ocean to bite a man, and he gets tossed like a fucking frisbee into this water. As you see again, those fish. Like, it only takes like maybe a second or two before you see them go on a fucking frenzy. And within seconds, there is just bones.
That's
Huh.
isn't that just nice?
Is
Now
there-
about that one living guy.
Is there anyone left alive in the room?
Just the one that Dylan's fighting.
Yeah,
Dear
okay,
Prince.
so I'm gonna do pretty much the exact same thing. I'm just gonna hit him with the hammer, but I'm gonna try to, like, hit hard enough that I knock him into the water, essentially.
Okay, so you're gonna try and knock him from the on the side. I gotcha. Go for it.
Okay. That's 23 to hit.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna have you do. Instead of bothering with damage first, roll me an athletics first.
Okay, got it. 21.
So that's enough strength. So with enough strength, because at the end of the day, not only one would this guy have to roll a dex save, but also he'd be rolling at disadvantage because he's wearing like plate armor. You clunk him pretty heavily with
balls.
like a nice
In the balls.
Dude, in the balls, like at an angle, and you kind of lift him up a bit, like off the air, and you see him like try to fight against it, and he just it's just like falls in the water. And you hear a splash, and as soon as that, he doesn't resurface. He's too heavy. So he just sinks. But you see some blood start to form in the water.
The prince, in response to all of this, just says, "That's what you get, sex haver."
You see a little picture begin to float up. And it's a family of him and his wife.
I laugh.
And then a fish eats it.
I laugh harder.
Ah. Okay, so what we're getting the idea of is that Prince is just like a really depressed virgin, or he's just a really hateful ace. Like it's one of the two.
I'll let you all make your own conclusions on this pattern I'm weaving.
Yeah, I think we will. So that being said, you have killed the guards. What's next?
Is there any prisoners?
There are 30 prisoners, one filling each cell. Actually, no, sorry. There are 30 cells, each with 2 prisoners each, so that's 60 in total. And then there's that
Where
one.
are you guys
There's that.
alive?
You can check. I will roll.
Alright.
Also, there is the solitary confinement one that you can't really look into, but you know it's there. There's probably someone in there.
I got a 29 on medicine.
Great, yeah. So from what you can tell, everyone is alive, thankfully. Like, there probably was a third person in one specific cell, but there's like a skull in there. So there was a third guard in one of those, and he eventually just died. But the majority of these dudes, they're alive. They're just... They obviously aren't being fed much. They're definitely dehydrated. It's one of those things where they can still fight. They probably just won't be as strong as they used to be due to just not being taken care of properly, not having the proper, food and water they need in their lives.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, this is when Dagar would notice a slight problem.
Yeah,
Are those cells locked?
they are.
Okay, so everyone who would have the key is in the water.
There is one guy near the stairs, thankfully for you.
Okay, I'll go check him.
All right.
Checking this guy, can I start just like trying to pull cell doors off?
Give me an athletics. And while you do
That's
that,
gonna be loud. That's
Could
gonna be-
I
that is true.
try to break the cell doors open with my hammer?
That's gonna be even louder. But sure, go for it, buddy.
Oh my god.
No, Dagar
Oh.
says don't.
Go
Okay,
roll.
tell you what,
Yeah.
I literally have thieves' tools. I could just do like a sleight of hand lock picking instead.
That might be
Question.
better for you. Also, what you got?
We are doing nat ones on ability checks, right?
Yes. Did you get a nat 1?
Yeah, nat 1, but it's a 22.
So here.
Wait.
He has insane strength. That's one of his main things. So here's what happens, right?
Please let him succeed, but he falls on his face.
Now here's what happens. Here's what happens,
Task
right?
failed
So
successfully.
here's what happens. So you grab onto this first set of bars, which is like as soon as you came out of like this manhole, you immediately walked up to like the cell that this chair was like right beside. And you look these guards straight in the eye, and they immediately recognize you because they worked alongside you at one point. And you can see one of the guards just go, "Oh, thank heavens! I didn't know you'd be coming back for us. I thought they killed you." And as he says that, you grab onto the bars, and you begin to pull. And as you're beginning to pull, you feel it starting to give way. Remember that blood that was on your hands?
Oh god.
Blood's slippery. You feel your hand slip and it cracks against the other bar side. As it dents the other bars, and you take a d4 bludgeoning. Thankfully, it's only a d4. Okay, so you take 3 bludgeoning damage, and you feel like the back of your hands are just throbbing. As you, at the end of the day, that's like basically punching iron. It's not fun, but you do manage to pull it. Also, you do find the keys. You do rummage around for a bit, but you do find them.
Degart realizes that he's kind of an idiot.
Yeah.
Or at least this is just a show of how bad his wisdom is.
Yes.
He's got acid. Like, he's got little syringes that he can eject the acid out of.
Yeah.
That's technically infinite. It's just, if he doesn't use it, it just disappears.
So you could, in theory, give the key to the Shade so he can, or to the Prince, so they can like help unlock the cells, and you can just use your acid while the other man opens the bars forcefully.
Do you trust the Prince?
I mean, all I will say is, despite his idiocy, the Prince is willing to help his people. He wouldn't be doing this if he didn't have his people in mind.
Okay.
I want to mention, you see a rat that always has his left eye like kind of half closed in like a weird like psychotic squint.
Oh boy.
You see that left eye squint even further as he's looking at you like, I don't know about that one there, Chief.
Oh man.
And he like, you just see him start unlocking one of the doors while dousing the other door in acid. Like, he's like, I'm multitasking this. I don't trust you.
You know
I don't
what?
trust you to do this right. I'm not sorry.
Okay, you know what? Screw you. I'm rolling a sleight of hand to start freeing some of the other doors while that's going
Good,
on.
then you can use your skill set. That's exactly what I wanted you to do.
Okay. You are really just the prick in my hair today, aren't you, Acrid?
I want to mention you're dealing with a hyper-intelligent rat.
Okay, 24.
Okay,
So
24,
we'll just
yeah.
manipulate you.
So here's what I'll say. With the help of the Challen bending the bars open, and with a decent roll and sleight of hand, you will be able to unlock these cages to get everybody out. It'll take like 5 minutes, but you guys basically just go down the hallway. Like, 2 of you take one side, 2 of you take the other side, just unlocking these until you finally get to that one big door.
I hand the like while we're doing this, the shade can hold like corporeal items, right? I'm not being an idiot.
Yeah, he's
I just hand him like 20 like acid syringes and just walk away.
You'll see him sort of. So for context, the Shade blinked to the far end of the prison, only to find his quarry scrambling and bumbling their way into swift and unceremonious deaths on the other end of the room.
Yeah.
And is now watching as the rest of his compatriots are at work breaking prisoners out of prison.
And
he'll
not
just
the
sort
desk.
of
He
And
gives
he'll
you
just-
syringes so you can feel helpful.
Yeah.
he'll just sort of give a sort of labored sigh, and then Nitsify,
Yeah.
with the thing,
Yes.
specifically a soul hunter, would I sense any other beings specifically up the stairs?
I'd say let me check here because I need to double check to make sure, see what the range is of this thing.
It's 60 feet.
60 feet. So within 60 feet. So sadly enough, you would not be able to. Also, it's a secret, Acrid on this one. With the said thing, you would not be able to, because the hallway is by itself like 80 feet long. It is pretty decently long. So sadly, you would not. I do apologize on that one, but that is sadly
No, it's
not
good.
the
It's
case.
good. Lemaeus will just sort of take a moment to sort of watch everyone go about the meandering work of breaking strangers out of the prison cells and just sort of, with a groan, pocket the acid syringes and turn and start to make his way up the stairs.
I have a question.
Okay,
How
yeah.
tall is this shade?
Oh, I have no clue. Like 6 something, probably. I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, because my brain just pictured like a 9-foot shade just sighing, and then having like a very tiny rat uplift like 20 syringes towards his general direction. That's what my
Yeah,
brain
whatever
just pictured.
whatever height feeds the visual comedy better.
Okay, so my
Yeah.
brain's going to he's 9 feet tall, but in canon he's probably closer to 6.
Well, I'll meet you halfway. Let's say 7'6".
Okay,
Okay, cool.
Okay, gotcha. So everybody, reimagine this. He's 7'6" now.
Dude, everyone in canon sees the shade elongate,
Yeah.
shrink, stretch wide, and then become 7'6".
Oh god. So, I mean, to be fair, he's literally just a gaseous form of something, of what used to be a person. So it does make sense that could actually happen. That being said, you were at the far end, if I remember correctly. Would you bother trying to open that solitary one?
I might just pause for a moment. So the solitary confinement is on the opposite the other end of the hall, right?
Yes. So there's one end which has a stairway, and then there's the other end that has the solitary.
And the mayor's materialized at the stair end.
Yes. I just want to know if you were just going to go straight to the stairway, or if you're going to wait for the others, or if you're just going to head over to the solitary. As well as anybody else, if anybody would even mess with the solitary, because this is a genuine question.
We asked the guard what's in there.
You could ask one of the royal guards.
The
I'm guessing not the
prisoners,
dead ones.
the royal guards.
Yeah. So you'd see the past royal guards. You'd see one of them just look to you and just kind of go, well, I don't quite know the fellow. From what I understand, he caused quite a ruckus for the Tyrant, but I don't quite know him too well. He had quite a will. They tortured him a lot. He never really yelled or screamed or anything. If anything, he just kind of cussed at them and called them cowards.
Daggart's opening the door.
All right. So, how you doing it? Acid or keys?
Here's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
So the guy definitely knows it's not the guards coming back to torture him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn a hole through the door with acid.
Great. Because it's
Just so this guy knows,
yeah.
it's not who's been torturing him. It was like, okay, that's different.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's made of iron, so this is definitely possible with the acid. You'd maybe take I'd say around 3 minutes to melt this, but you'd melt like a hole the size of you into this thing. As you start from the face down, so it could just kind of dribble down the metal, and you see as the hole fully uncovers, you see this man. He is dressed in this tattered red shirt. He has these blue overalls that he's wearing, and one of the straps is completely snapped. He has this really brown, messy hair and a brown handlebar mustache. And
That's the man.
he is chained to the wall. He just kind of look up to you and just go, "Oh, it's not the gods for once."
Let me get you out of that. Daggart will get you out.
I'll just come into the room very steadily, and I just completely obliterate the chains without any warning.
Okay, so while he's trying to melt the one on the left hand, you just come swinging at the one at the right ankle.
I was just gonna use the keys because I have the keys.
Yeah. Okay, so you use those keys. While you're using those keys, he's gonna swing at the right leg. Go for it, man.
Okay,
You are
what do
so
I need?
lucky you're a
do I
teammate and I
need
can't
to
just quick
roll?
draw you. You're so fucking lucky I can't just quick draw you with acid because I totally would. I know my character would. You really would since you're a teammate, he won't.
You're like all the woman in my life, Acrid.
Okay, so roll it to hit, man.
Alright, got it.
Why are you so
22 to hit.
So you hit these chains and they just rattle, and he would just look to him and go, "Alright, try to fire."
I hit it again.
Nothing happens. He unlocks it with the key.
Okay.
Do any of us recognize this dude?
So I would say that specifically, one, the Skaven definitely would, and two, Ishkaval would know about him, he wouldn't recognize him. The Shade, it's a similar thing of you've heard about him, but you haven't seen him before.
Well, the Shade's halfway up the steps also, so...
Yeah. And the Prince, you have no idea who this is.
Can I
yeah.
roll an insight to figure out what class this guy is?
You can go for it. By the way, since you actually would know who he is, you know that this dude's name is Linguini. Very fashionable. Yes.
Yes. So with my 24.
Yeah, he's definitely a monk.
Oh, this is perfect. I hand him bracers of defense.
Great. So yeah, he
I would
put.
say after Linguini is freed, the Strictor just says, "Ah, you're free, citizen."
He looks to you. He looks to the Skaven first. He ignores you. He looks to the Skaven first, and he just goes, "I appreciate it."
Can monks use sickles?
Monks can use sickles, yes. He would. By the way, he would look over to the prince and just kind of go, "And I'm not a citizen. I hate to break it to you."
I'm gonna hand him two. I'm gonna hand him 2 + 2 sickles. Like I want to mention while Dylan's character's doing his thing.
Yeah.
Like the Skaven is not missing a beat with just trying to help get this guy at least somewhat equipped.
He appreciates it. This dude's like 6'3", by the way. He's pretty well built too.
So okay, so what would his strength be above 20 or at 20?
Oh, he's like at a good 25.
Never mind, and I'm not gonna bother because I was gonna give him Belt of the Hill Giants if he needed it, but
Yeah,
in case
nah.
not. Is his con bad?
His con's pretty good too. 27.
Jesus Christ! Never mind, I
Yep.
can't help you. Here's some sickles.
Yeah, here just grab. he take the sickles and kind of dual wield them, and just kind of look to him and go, "Well, I think it's the time we get this on, correct?"
Yeah.
And you'd see,
just hear it.
Who is this dude?
you'd see him fucking like walk out of there with the most confident looking walk ever that you have ever seen in your life. And you
Is it
see
the Dr. Livesey walk?
Oh yeah, definitely. You see him do
yeah.
that walk, and as he's walking when he gets to the stair area, you see there's like a little dresser that has like files, that sort of stuff. You see him punch into it and pull out a red cap that has an L on it. And you see him tuck it down and just go,
Luigi!
"It's
God.
Linguini." And you see him walk up the stairs. So y'all heading in, right?
So I pull up my homunculus servant.
Oh boy, the homunculus. So what is your little homunculus made out of?
So what everyone would see is I pull this little guy out, this little dude.
Mm-hmm.
This homunculus servant is made with the core of a pearl,
Yeah.
which this guy definitely stole.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's made out of like scrap, like iron, and like scrap bits of leather. So
Yeah.
it's like it's put together well, which is the concerning thing because the thing's only like a foot tall.
Yeah.
Like it's a homunculus servant that's supposed to only have a D4 of health, but unlike most homunculus servants, this thing can actually take a hit.
We love to see it. So you guys, led by the Shade, start to head up and out of this dungeon. And when you walk out, yes? Go.
At this
So
point, I think with the
Go ahead.
cadence of the room, it's more led and more so like we'll see where the Shade is at like 5 minutes later.
Yeah. So have
Because
you
he
like,
saw
left them
everyone
behind?
rifling. Because he
Yeah.
saw everyone rifling through the cells and then just turned and started walking.
All right. Yeah, so he's already gone.
By
then.
the way, at
Yes?
this point, when I see that guy walking up towards the stairs,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Ishkabal is a little concerned that he's not gonna get his fucking shot at the king. So he's full on fucking sprinting towards that royal room right now.
Okay.
Full on using his
He's
cloak
going
of
on-
Arachnida to just run on walls and ceilings, whatever gives him the easiest route.
So you see Ishkaval just go on all fours and start sprinting. By the way, fun fact for Challenge, the normal sprint, what is your current sprint? What is your current base walking speed right now?
60.
60. So normal people would be running at 120 at that speed. Because you're going on all fours, you're going at 125. So you start speeding up and you dart past this guy and you come into the library. And you can see that the shade is like waiting at the door for you guys on the just waiting there.
I'm imagining the most like fucking sitting there leaning against it, tapping his foot. The
I
most like
Finished with your errands?
Not
I
even
wanna
gonna
mention-
signify that with a verbal response, just sort of a growl as I blow past him.
Oh boy. Okay, so what Ishkaval sees in this
Good.
room, he sees like a blur of like bookshelves and some lighting, and he darts out. What everyone else saw was a bunch of like bookshelves that was made out of like oak and other like cherry blossom trees type of like wood. A lot of paintings throughout the area. And an insane amount of books and dim lighting made by lanterns and torches.
I just want to
Yeah.
imagine this. I don't know if Dylan's character is even moving.
Yeah.
I don't imagine he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Also,
Like
Okay,
along
so-
with everybody to the stairs.
Okay, so is he running like the others, or is he just walking? What's going on here? 'Cause you're the slowest out of
Running,
everyone.
yeah.
okay, he's running.
Okay, so if there's anyone in this library,
There is one singular clerk who's tucked in a corner, he's like scared out of his life because he sees a dead man walking, aka the Shade. So he is like cowering in this corner. It is
So-
this old 70-year-old man with a monocle and is actively shaking.
so
Wait,
what
really
this-
quick. I'm starting to interrupt you, Acrid, but there was one more thing I was hoping to do before we move on to the
Oh,
library, actually.
Okay, make it fast.
So what
What's
about
up?
the 60
Okay,
guards?
I'm gonna light a bomb and blow up the dungeons.
Oh god, dude, how many are
I'm
you
not-
using?
Just one.
What about
just
the
one.
60 guards? What about the
Yes.
60 guards?
Bring the castle down on us.
Yeah!
So you wait for the guards, I'm imagining. And,
Oh yeah, like I'll at least
yeah.
wait for everybody to like if I know for a fact everyone is not in the dungeons,
Yeah.
I'm gonna like purposely wait till like everyone is walking in front of me upstairs,
Yeah.
and then I'm just gonna hang back, kind of pretend to tie my shoe, and then
my
I'm just gonna take out the bomb.
Deception check.
Okay, bet 1 sec.
Actually, no, performance, because you're pretending.
Okay, well that's good that you clarify, because I got a nat 1.
Okay, so literally everyone can tell what you're about to fucking do, because you're like kneeling down, going at your shoes, like la-di-da, like pretending you're trying to tie your shoes. There's like no laces on the shoes, and on top of that, you're doing the classic. And you see one of the guards just go, I don't, and just grabs you by like the collar and drags you up.
No, can I punch the guard?
I
No.
myself.
Yeah,
No.
sure, you punch him. He dies and falls down the stairs. You're now down to 59 guards, and the guards
Okay.
despise you.
In my
Uh,
defense, I didn't think he was that weak.
They have barely eaten or drank and have been
So-
tortured.
Okay.
So can I go around and stab every single guard with
The
my
elbow?
syringe gun?
Yeah, well, so
Okay,
while
well-
he's setting that up, you can heal them.
I'm just gonna.
So can I
Okay.
just do one blanket heal for all of them?
You do one blanket heal, Dylan. You do one damage die for that. Do that damage roll for the bomb.
Oh my god.
So
What would that be?
30d4?
What type of bomb are you using?
Jesus.
My powder bomb.
I said I was
Okay.
a good healer. I'm
white-
exceptional at
I
one
rolled
thing.
right.
Huh.
White powder bomb. It should tell you what you need to roll.
Oh,
So every guard now has 81 hit points.
Okay, good to know.
They all got 80
Jesus,
from me.
Awesome.
You are very lucky Ishkabal had fucking very fastly moved out of that room. Otherwise, he would have been not too happy you killed one of his former companions.
Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. Even like you look at the Skaven and you see him contemplate murder.
Yeah. You see the Mario guy stop, and you hear the like his boss music begin playing, and then he continues walking.
Okay, so
Here's
So
to the
we
kingdom
know the
without
prince
sex
is
and
not-
taxes, baby.
So the prince is safe, quote unquote. Don't be a low health around the Skaven. He might just end you. Anyways,
So what's that damage die?
Okay, the bomb has done 8 damage.
Okay. So
Ignore the hit roll.
okay. So here's what happens. It blows up, and there's like 2 of the cells go, oh no, and they're like kind of like lightly crack, and that's it.
You know what? He immediately leaves after he throws the bomb, so he doesn't know what happened.
Fair. He's like,
So,
this will do it. Yeah.
so what this clerk sees,
Yeah.
because this is what I'm like, because I'm assuming it's just a straight line through the library to the next area.
Yeah, so literally, like, it's been, like, this dude's mainly just been focusing on solely the shade. Like, he's ignoring all the royal guards, because this is a past librarian. He used to work for the old royal family. So, like, he's not bothered by that. He's just terrified that there's a dead man walking, just tapping his shoe, waiting for people.
So what this guy would see, right, is the shade. He would see a blur.
Gotcha.
The blur of the tiger. 60 royal guards. The prince walk out like all proud of himself, and then the slow waddle of a fucking rat.
Yep.
This is like old man walks out. This old rat looks over at the old man and goes, huh, and then just keeps walking. It's like, I'm here. I'm following these idiots. Oh god.
As soon as you guys leave that room and you close that door, you hear him just go, but as soon as you leave the room and you look into the main room, where the main staircase is to lead up to the throne room, you see a guard like lock eyes with the horde of people and just go, intruder! And
Can I shoot him before he screams?
Deck safe. Be fast. You're gonna need a really damn good roll.
I might get it with a 28.
Barely doesn't. And I mean barely.
Can I try?
One other person can try.
My dex modifier is plus 14, so I think I have a good
So with a
shot.
29 to hit,
It would have been a deck save. I'm sorry, man.
Alright.
Now, I say deck save for this because it is like an at the moment quick reaction. Oh fuck.
Hey, I got a dex save of 30. What does that do?
That does meet the DC. It was a DC of 29, sadly.
Oh my god.
I say this because like this is a guard who is in an immediate panic. And royal guards are normally typically faster at responding than a normal town guard. That's why I gave it a high DC. So you see him just go, "Ah!" And then what do you do?
so what everyone would
the
see.
nuts.
So what everyone would see is this guard opens his mouth to scream, and everyone would just see a syringe inject itself into his like just underneath his neck, and you can tell it's that acid again from the Skaven.
It like a split second after the syringe lands,
Okay.
the prince rushes in, bonks him in the nuts, and then I'm
Why the
assuming
nut?
he's passed out.
So you see him already die from the original shot, and then you hear as soon as it makes contact with the nuts, because this guy had like a lighter armor, he had like a leather armor. You hear it as they have been crushed, and you see him fall to the floor dead, frothing from the mouth.
Worth it.
I don't see the funny, but okay, and neither does the Skaven.
Yeah. Now here's the real question. What are you wearing, Dylan? Like armor-wise?
Well, I didn't know you felt that way about me, Nitsify.
No. Are
I'm
you
not wearing anything acid resistant. I can tell you that shit right now.
Are you-
Okay, I'm wearing force resistant armor.
studded leather, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so that will be quiet. If you ran and it was literally any other type of armor, that someone would have heard that.
Fair.
And since it was leather, armor that the guy was wearing, you won't hear the giant clash. So you're fine for now. So you guys would, I guess, what's the plan here with your troops that you have rallied now?
Okay, so would I know? Can I roll a history check to know where a guard's weapons locker would be?
You can. You've only been in here one time in your entire life, but you could also ask Ishkaval, who literally grew up here.
I would ask him as well to think about it.
Ishkabal.
Yeah.
Fucking, I was gonna ask where he was at all of this, because he was fucking
Yes.
booking it.
So Ishkaval, so here's what happens, right? The Skaven looks around, he's like, where, oh god. And you see that Ishkaval is already on the second floor and currently darting. Like, he just made it up the second flight of stairs, and he's booking it.
Okay, so he's
he
dead,
has
and
the
there's
right
nothing I
idea.
can do.
Whole time doing a very Tai Lung-esque screaming about his destiny.
Oh. So you can roll a history check, and while you roll the history check, you'll see that that Mr. Linguini, you see him just kind of crack his neck to the right, and you'd hear a large pop as you see him crouch down and look up towards the ceiling and hold his position for a moment, and then jump as he would jump all the way up 15 feet onto the second floor.
Hey, so
Yeah?
with my roll of 22 in history,
Yes. You remember that the queen, who you got to know kind of well, you remember her kind of showing you around the palace a bit, and you remember that as soon as you go up to the stairs to the left, the first room to the left is a weaponry.
yeah. So he would suggest it's the most the rat doesn't like telling the royal guards how to do their shit because he feels very out of place doing this.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm trying to be helpful.
So,
Hey, how's the lighting on the
Weapons.
second floor?
oh, the lighting of this thing. I'm glad you asked. So the palace is pretty well lit. On the insides, dungeon areas tend to be, not as taken care of. It's pretty well lit. I'd say this palace area is around 150 feet wide. It's a pretty big place because you have sometimes you have royal dances with political figures and stuff like that happen. So they do kind of have a pretty spacious area.
Would there be a conveniently placed stretch of shadows somewhere on the second floor, perhaps?
Do you just want to do a straight up line that goes across 100 feet across?
Something like that.
You know what? I'll say this, right? Because originally, the light, control light, does 100-foot sphere. If you want to do a straight line or something of that sort, I'd say you could get 150 feet out of it. Because you're not trying to cover a whole room or a whole sphere. You're concentrating to more of just a straight shape.
If it was visible, could we just settle on a little pocket of darkness that I could theoretically blink to? Some sort of cage, Org 13, Portal of Darkness type beat.
You know what? I'll allow it. I'll allow that.
We'll
100%.
take it.
Yeah. So
Meanwhile, that's happening. The Skaven's equipping the guards.
yeah, so while he's equipping the guards, you set up basically a teleportation hub for yourself. Is really what you've done.
God.
You'll only be able to teleport to it one time, but just remember, make it count. Are you sitting on first or second floor?
Second floor with
Okay.
the others.
Okay, understood. So you'll set that up. Prince Boy McGee, you crawl up the stairs like the little snail you are.
Actually,
Yeah, what's up?
I'm gonna put on my ring of
He's gonna-
jumping, and I'm gonna jump like Spider-Man.
Are you gonna try and jump like the guy you just watched?
Yep.
Straight to the second. All right. How much of a boost does that give you? In your jumping.
I genuinely
enough.
have no clue, to be honest with you.
I think it should tell you in the description. I can double check here. I do have everybody's sheets up. So
You
a
don't
ring
have
of.
the ring.
Do you not have it attuned?
No.
Oh,
It
you don't
don't
have it
work.
equipped. You'd have to
Yeah,
equip it,
just
and I'm pretty
equip
sure
it.
you'd have to attune it as well.
Okay.
So we don't do anything because you don't have it
I can't
attuned.
You know
Yeah,
what?
attune
Hold
to
on.
it, so-
You forgot to add the extra attunement slot, so I actually will allow you to do this. Because you only have 3, you're supposed to give yourself a attunement +1. That I did not catch that. That is completely fine. So
I
we will allow
misread that.
this.
My bad.
It's okay. It happens. So you will be able to tune this. We're just gonna say that it's attuned and magically a god has blessed you. They haven't blessed you. So yeah. So jump spell. So you can cast the jump spell as a bonus action. Now
That's
jump.
what I'll do.
So jump spell. How much is that gonna boost you by 5e? I'm double checking here. So it triples the jump. Now you're half Duergar. A person normally can jump like 5 feet high, unless they have unless that race has a set jumping movement naturally, which I don't think you do, since you are just a half Duergar. I can check your speeds. No, you only have a walking speed, so you'd have a jumping of 5 naturally. But since it's tripled, that technically actually barely makes it. It makes 15 feet. So here's what I'm gonna have you do.
I'll take it.
You're gonna make an athletics check.
Okay, bet.
If he fails, I'm not saving him.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you jump up. Do you try to mimic exactly how he did it?
Probably.
So
Jumping is fun.
you say that out loud, and like a few of the guards
Yeah.
look at you like, oh god. And then they see you crouch down and you spring up as you begin flailing your arms so you can try and grab the ledge, and you smack your palm on your right palm onto it, and you barely manage to grab it, and you
Worth
pull
it.
yourself up. Just barely. And when I say like the ledge, I mean like you grab the ledge, then you have to pull yourself up on top of the rails that kind of keep people from falling over the onto the first floor. And then you have to crawl over like you're a drunk bastard, and then you get up on your feet. But you do
Okay.
manage to do so.
I have a
Okay.
question.
What's up?
So this room we're in, right?
Yes.
I assumed it was like walls and ceiling and everything was enclosed, and then you went up a separate stairway to get to each floor. Are
Yeah.
all the floors available from the same like big main terminal in the center?
Yes, basically. So it's like one giant staircase that goes straight up, and then you turn right, and there's another staircase leading up to the throne room.
Okay, I was gonna say I'm gonna use my cloak of arachnid, then just running straight up the wall to get right
Oh
to
my
the rim.
Oh my god, I'm fucking stupid. I have winged boots. What am I doing?
Damn, dude, y'all
I
pulling the
want to
gears.
mention this is just the most like out of these fucking younglings being so fucking special without them getting up the damn stairs.
I'm a level
The
20
fucking
fighter. I'm gonna
homebrewed.
swing my damn sword tonight, god damn it.
So here's what I'll say. Like when
Flying up after him.
So here's what I'll say about this, right? As soon as the shade begins flying upwards, the Skaven is making his way to the third floor as he's already directed the troops to the weaponry area.
Why is the Skaven leading the army?
I mean, he has the highest intel. He has the highest
Why
intel.
is he like? So what he would direct, I guess, if this makes sense and helps you,
Mhm.
he would tell the troops to do as they. He'd basically let them do as they think is best and
Yeah.
equip themselves with whatever they feel most comfortable using. But when the eventual reinforcements show up for the king,
Yeah.
that's on them.
Yep.
He would hand each of them a micro syringe,
Yeah.
which is another thing he has.
Okay.
The micro syringe does 10d4 plus 17 of healing, so
Okay.
that's something they get. So I'll roll that for you.
Go for it.
They each get 46 healing from that.
Gotcha.
So they've got hit points. They've got 126 each.
All right. So they'll be tankier
is
than the
Fnac getting all these
current
syringes?
guards. Yeah, so you'll do all that. Also, he's able to do that because he is a artificer, and there's a specific ability, if I remember correctly, where they can just like recreate stuff.
So with his mechanical arm, anyone who is watching, which it doesn't seem like anyone's around to see this, so no one would really see this, except it's just his arm starts producing these syringes as he starts handing them out. So what the Royal Guard see is the most just like copy and paste of fucking syringes that are coming out of this guy's arm.
It's like you know, the best way to describe it, think of it like this, right? Go to an arcade and win a bunch of tickets in like one of those arcades at the at like a mini golf area, right? And like where you win like you know, like 50,000 or whatever, like tickets, like those ones, and you just see it just coming out, like just it's like that. That being said, right here, right? Okay. So,
I can only reproduce these things because they are part of my class.
Yeah, so the shade's flying directly up to the 3rd floor. He's not even bothering waiting on the time. The Challen, so that Limus, again, just flying straight up. You have Ishkabal, who just like, because he has that arachnid thing, here's what I'm going to say what he does. Instead of turning around and having to slow down momentum to continue running to go to the 3rd floor, he just runs directly into the wall and starts running on the ceiling upside down, and then eventually lands on the third set of stairs.
That's fucking terrifying if there's a guard up there.
Yeah, you see,
I'm picturing very much that fucking Taiwan prison break scene where he's just running vertically up those rocks.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like he's doing the full on, like he's doing like jumps and shit. Like when he's about to make a jump onto the wall, he does like a diagonal jump, immediately landing, and right before he's about to get onto the ceiling, he does another diagonal jump. They're like cut corners. So it's
awesome.
yeah, it's sick. And then making the jump onto the stairs, he does like a full lunge off with like one strong push off of his right leg, and just doing a flip to continue that momentum, and then continues just running on all fours. There was one royal guard that was like walking down out of the throne room, and you see him just go, ah! And then just fall off the staircase. And you see him split his head open. The prince, the prince and Linguini are kind of making their way up onto the stairway as well, but they're not.
Hey.
Yeah. What's up?
So the rat is now starting to make his way up the staircase of the 2nd floor to get
Alright.
up to the 3rd floor. Like, it is the most like everyone else is at the 3rd floor. They turn on, their healer is slowly starting to make his way up.
So literally the way this is gonna happen is that you'll see that Ishkabal will make it up there first. He'll burst through the door probably by the sounds of it, and then literally the Shade, aka our dear boy Limius, Destructor, and did I say it wrong? I heard
No, you said it right.
Okay, I thought I said it wrong.
I will say,
yeah.
like, while he's like running up the stairs as fast as he can, he's got cross-eyed while he's running.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, the Daggart's not even running. He's just walking.
Yeah.
He's walking at 45. It's the most like, he's watching everyone else run. I'm gonna be honest, he doesn't have the con to be dashing a lot, which is why he's not.
That's fair. So
I'm playing the character accurately. He's an old man. He's not gonna dash. You're not making him move quick. He doesn't care.
Oh boy. So you'd hear you'd see Ishkabal barge through these doors. And right as he barges through the doors, literally within a second, you hear a second barging of doors. As you see from the front door opening of the castle, the guard captain bursts through the doors.
Oh.
And this man is built. Let me actually get you the picture here, my dear chiefs. Right.
Problem, the healer's the closest to this guy.
Alright. So let me do this. Because it appears that Discord has deleted my image for some unknown reason. As in, like, the area that I had it saved at is just gone. I don't know why, but it has chosen to do so. So I'm instead just going to describe this one, sadly enough, for you. You see this man, think of like a Roman gladiator. You see this man, he's around like 7'2". He has the like stereotypical gladiator like helmet, like it has the adamantine like iron like shine to it with gold going around the rims of this around this helmet, and then this like very bulky set of armor of like golden armor, and he's carrying around this halberd, and you just hear him go, "Where do you think you're going?" And you see him and 40 troops rush into the room. And as he begins rushing in, you see Linguini just sigh and just go, "Here we go again. Time to kick your ass again. Come here." And you see him jump all the way down.
I'm assuming our 59 troops are charging them as well.
Yep.
Can I shoot the captain from like the staircase?
You have
like
one
a
shot.
fucking sniper.
You have one shot.
I was actually gonna do this anyways, regardless of the captain, but
Yeah.
could I drop like 4 bombs down the staircase?
No.
Oh my god, that's gonna blow up the Skaven, not the guy.
Like
It's
no,
gonna-
like the Skaven would not. The Skaven would probably shoot you if you did that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay,
'Cause he's
what do you
on the
think about?
stairs.
What do you think about 2 bombs?
Here's the thing. Not only will the enemies be in radius, but so are your allies. Are you sure about this?
No.
Okay.
Like, and also you have an ally who is you have figured out at this point is a known criminal. He will probably betray you specifically if you attack him.
That is the
Like
Skaven
he's
we're
not
talking
above.
about.
He's not above betraying. If you attack him, he will attack you.
Okay, I'll throw my bombs later.
Probably for the best. You can take that one pot shot that won't be an AoE though, Skaven boy.
So I take a dirty 28
Okay.
poison syringe at the captain.
Okay. So
He will have to make a con save.
All right. He will roll that con save, and also he will be chucking something at you while you chuck something at him.
Well, I've got like half cover because of the railing. Fuck you.
I hate to tell you, but I don't know if that's going to make a difference with what he's chucking, sadly enough.
Well, it's half cover. It gives me like a +3 to my AC. Let me feel safe. Let me feel safe.
Fair enough.
So with my AC of 28, let me feel safe.
It will barely still hit you. He got a 29.
So what's his con save?
The con save, right, I forgot about the con save.
I didn't.
Yes, so he got let me check, that is a dirty 30.
Oh, okay. He's not poisoned.
Okay.
He takes 22 poison damage, but isn't poisoned. I already have the damage.
I want to let you know, you might already recognize this race as, he's not specifically a human, he's a variant of a human. He's what you would know as a big dumb brute. As you see him
there ain't no poisoning this fucker.
You see him get shot, and then you see him look at you and grab the ground and tear out a chunk of it and hurl a piece of this like marble flooring directly at you.
Kratos, is that you?
Yeah, at the
Literally.
Skaven. As you take
That's y'all's healer, by the way.
Yep. As you take 15 bludgeoning, as it collides into you.
Okay, that's not that bad. That could have been worse.
That is the thing that the race naturally has. That's called Giant Boulder. I just textured it a bit.
Okay, I waddle away.
Okay. And
So this dumb brute just fucking sees the railing get annihilated, and he sees like the Skaven sit there, like brush off some dust off of his nose, and then just keep walking.
I'm imagining he kind of like rubs it a bit, like.
Like, yeah, no, you would see this old man go, "That fucking smelled. You smell bad," and then walks away.
Okay, I would say like
Yeah?
as soon as I'm positive Acrid is completely out of the way, I'm gonna drop the bombs now.
my
on the
God.
guard captain.
Dude, that's no,
I'm not-
Daggard's not gonna let you do that. Like,
Well, you're not gonna get hurt.
you're
not-
gonna hurt our
troops are.
allies. You're gonna hurt our allies. So either
Oh.
way, your Daggart will shoot you. Like,
Oh, wait.
it's the most like you pull out the bombs and Dagger aims his syringe gun at you.
Oh wait,
It's the most like this is
there-
not an option.
is there allies down there? Is that why you're
Yes,
saying this?
yes. Basically, the guard captain and his guards are colliding with Linguini and the past guards.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
I
Pay
was.
attention.
You got it, man.
You're a
right.
lizard.
What the fuck does him being a lizard have to do
You're
with
a
this?
non-sentient human.
I know.
Okay, what? Chill.
Listen here, you fucking fake plasmoid-looking ass.
Come on,
What
man.
does that even mean?
God. So,
They're just speaking in limericks at this point.
man said humana. So,
Aberrant ooze-looking ass.
so
Imagine having a green Shrek-colored mouth. Couldn't be me.
oh god. So you guys start to go up these stairs, and first up, obviously, with our dear boy Ishkabal, who slams. Do you shoulder tackle this, or how would you slam open these doors?
Yeah, shoulder tackle it.
Hell yeah. So you rear up, like you've been running on all fours up this thing, and you last second rear up, and you like center point mass into like these like, if I remember correctly, you're 7'3", right? No, 6'3". 7 foot, 6 foot.
7 foot.
7 foot. Yeah, you're 7'3".
Really
You
hope there's
center
guards
mass
on the
because
other
this
side.
thing's 14 feet tall. That's how big this door is. And you center mass this like center of the door, and it swings open. And you see, and I actually do have a picture for this, thankfully, and this time it's not disappeared into the ether for some unknown reason to the gods. You see, and I'm going to send this picture, you see the throne room, and sitting directly in the middle of it on the throne is the king, with his royal advisor to the right of him. It is this pure white room with like some like light. I don't know exactly how to describe these exact colors because color blindness is a thing for me. But it's like I guess technically like beiges and like platinum
Very
colors.
pastel.
Yeah, very
Is he
pastel.
within 120 feet of me?
So this room, as the past room with 100 feet range in total, the opening to this room is. Let's see. Let me actually do some math here because this would be. You could easily walk in to get within that range because as of now he would be in 130 feet because there is a because the throne isn't directly center mass in the middle of the place, but it's pretty far near the end of the room. That's why I had to go all right, math time. Yeah,
I was just gonna say because I can't see past 120 feet with tremor sons, so I'm gonna burst in,
yeah,
like feel around,
yeah.
and kind of drop to all fours and very slowly inch forward, just growling until I can feel him.
Yeah, so everyone else that like walks in like shortly after you can see. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but before I go in, I'm gonna drink this potion of invisibility I've been saving up until this point deliberately.
Okay.
And while the other two goes in, I'm just gonna start trying to like sneak right to the throne while the king is looking at them.
Okay. So you're trying to get
He's gonna blow
directly
up the
to
throne.
so you're trying to get directly to the throne. Okay.
Yes.
So
like-
okay. No, you're good. You're good. Continue to see what you're going to say. Actually, I'm sorry. I thought
should
you were
I
done
like
talking.
roll a stealth roll or something? Even though I have invisibility.
What you would do technically is you can. Here's what
So the
I'd
way
say.
D&D,
Yeah.
here's what D&D normally runs invisibility as even though you are invisible, creatures still know technically where you are
To a degree.
because they can still hear and like kind of tell where you're moving. So as long as you are invisible, you still have to roll stealth checks to hide.
It'd be advantage.
Okay.
Is
Yeah,
what it is.
but regardless, you have advantage on your attack rolls, and creatures have disadvantage because they're trying to guesstimate where you are.
Yes.
Okay,
That is true.
so I could make an advantage stealth roll, just to be clear.
Yep.
Okay.
I-
How do you do that on D&D Beyond? Sorry.
So just roll the stealth check twice and take the higher number.
Or just right click and click advantage.
Yes.
Oh, I probably should have done
So-
that earlier.
Okay.
37.
I'm gonna take the 18.
Okay. Okay. So you just a natural, or is that a dirty?
Natural 18.
Okay, natural 18, what's your
altogether,
blood?
it's 37.
Okay, that matters a whole lot. Gotcha. Cool. Okay, so yeah, it'll take them a bit to like notice you if they can manage to do so.
Got it.
So you would step into this room and you would see the king himself standing at the throne. You begin your sneaking. Ishkaval, you step that 10 feet so you can detect his presence. And what everyone else can see that are not blinded, you see this man standing before you. As you see a 14-foot tall cloud giant. He has this long white hair with a long white braided beard. He has a golden helmet similar to that of like what's that guy from Marvel? Not Thor, but his brother.
Loki?
Loki, like similar to that of what Loki has. He has this like pretty well made and well tailored, I should mention, iron like plate of armor that he wears. And he's pretty well built. Standing beside him, who he was originally talking to, he was sitting down. Barging through the doors caused him to immediately stand up and grab his greatsword that he wields, which has like the blade of the greatsword is a black with a red flame that goes up it. Beside him is his right-hand man and his advisor. The advisor is your man who got you all the details, aka your man inside. So what you can see here, right, is that the advisor is in a robe right now. They have a hooded, so you can't really see their face, you can't really see their body type or really much of anything, but they are in a pink robe. And then alongside them, the right-hand man, is this young man, I should say. Or at least he looks young. From what you can tell, he is a necrotic Asmar, meaning that he can't really age, so he can't die from age, so he'll always look young. But he is a necrotic Asmar. You're looking at a man with black hair with two black serpents circling around him, like kind of floating around, and a third kind of like just staying near the ground. He's wearing this very well tailored black trench coat with a pop collar with these like golden designs going around it and these black gloves. He has these yellow golden eyes with these silvered earrings that go across it. This is the man that you are looking down at. These are the two people that you're looking at. He's around like maybe 5'4", so he's not quite as tall.
So. Okay.
And you'd hear the king just go, I thought you were dead. So why are you back? And he would be looking directly at the Challen.
Ishkabal is gonna be stalking forward, point one finger at him. You've taken everything. I was a hero.
Some hero you were, fallen from grace. If you're a hero, show me what you can truly do.
At this point,
yes.
Ishkabal's just gonna let loose a roar and charge.
All right, you're charging? How's that sneaking go, my dear friend?
Oh boy. Do we roll initiative?
Yes, you will roll initiative, as the advisor will throw off her cloak and begin her sneak attack round. As you see, and yes, I said she never told you her gender. Y'all, the old man that you guys worked with simply assumed it was a guy. Kind of a dick move. But this is who you're looking at. You're looking at a primordial Shonian, specifically of the cherubim bloodline. She has this golden platinum hair that kind of goes like halfway down her back with these beaming yellow radiant eyes, a purplish skin that kind of like has a gradiency to it, almost like swapping between a pastel purple and a like aquatic blue. She has these wings that the Shonians naturally would have only on their back, but for her, unlike it being more of an angelic wing, it's almost more like bird-like wings with this halo that is like a difference of like a purple, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue kind of swirling through it, constantly changing hues. And these like little mini wings that have eyes floating around her body at all times. As you would just see her go, well, now that we're all getting into acquaintance, I think it's time that we get this show on the road, shall we say, my dear king. And she'd throw that robe off as she says that. And you see her create a, like, what seems like a phantasmal forced form of a sword. AKA the Mordenkainen sword. As she slashes at the king. And does 3d10 of force damage. As it barely pierces through his armor, doing 19 damage to the king. And using her bonus action, she disengages and teleports near you guys.
Yay.
And that is where initiative shall begin.
And I am going last.
If you guys can do me a favor and write them into the DM chat so I can keep up with said initiatives.
Oh my god, that's a double nat 20. I hate that.
Okay. Well, you got a nat 20 for initiative?
Yeah, I have advantage on initiative, and I rolled 2 nat 20s in a row.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Damn.
Oh wait, I also rolled a nat 20.
Hey!
We both rolled a 25 on a nat 20.
Can I steal one of y'all's nat
God.
20s? Because I know someone got 2. Can I steal one of them? Because I got a natural 2.
Oh wait, did you have like advantage on initiative? That way you had 2 nat 20s?
I do, yeah.
I'll let you do this. Dylan and Acrid roll competing natural d20s. Don't even add any modifiers, just a natural d20. Whoever gets the higher one gets that initiative.
Okay,
Bet.
first.
I roll 18.
What'd you get, Dylan?
All right, big money.
I rolled a natural
Wait, not
18.
work. Hang on, wait. here
What'd
we
you
go,
get?
here we
What'd
go.
you get, man?
Not enough. Okay.
Okay, what'd you get?
15.
15. Okay, and what's your initiative? So he will get the nat 20.
19.
19. Okay. So weirdly, funny enough, this entire party will be going first.
I got a 24 with a nat 20 then, I guess. I'll edit that.
Yeah. So here's the way you guys.
Just the most, like, I guess I'm editing this.
Also, can I just say, I can't believe Jonah and Lorenzo got the freaking new podcast guest luck on their side. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So here's what's going to happen here, right? There's 2 ways this can go down since there are 3 nat 20s into initiative here. Either you guys can combine your attacks and make a fucking destructive combo. Or you guys can just do your normal turns side by side. and it will just be the
I think
shade.
I'd like to take a turn.
All right.
That's alright
So
with
I-
you, Lorenzo.
Yeah. How far am I away from this guy?
You are like, okay, so you're now 120 feet away because there is a bit of spacing. Because you moved the extra 10 feet so you could see him. So you're 120
Alright.
feet.
Gotcha.
Oh. Oh boy. So are we going as a group, or are we going separately?
We're gonna have the Shade go first, and the Tiger, then the Skaven, because you were given his nat 20, and yeah. And since that man rolled 2 nat 20s, he gets to go first, because it's only fair.
Oh yeah, no, it's only fair.
Also, since you got a nat 20, for anyone who got a nat 20 for their initiative, you get advantage on your first to hit.
Hey.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
My
Let me
turn's
see if
gonna
I can
take a
get
minute,
one.
so yeah.
Fair enough.
Y'all, they can definitely go first. I'm gonna take a while with my turn.
I think mine would be pretty fitting if I went last out of everyone, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Fair enough. So,
So, who is
Don't
up
blow
first?
us up.
then?
Shade. Shade's up first. The last person in your party, that not counting your NPC, your advisor, would be Prince.
Alright, so positionally, there's the king up on the throne, and you said it was a necrotic Aasimar next to him?
Yeah, so it's his right-hand man, literally to his right side. The advisor was on the left, obviously she is not anymore, and the king is standing up in front of the throne.
Should we assume they're posed before, like, that dazzling light of the throne room for dramatic effect?
Yes. There is, like, for those who don't know, because I forgot to describe this bit.
Just a minute.
Okay, Anya. So there is like a light. It has an open room, open like roofing almost. It's like a glass roofing for the ceiling. So the sun shines directly down. So it has this like very majestic lighting. And the floors are marble, by the way. So they're like fucking shiny to the point where you can see your reflection. So what you doing?
So is the light over him still like casting a shadow at the king's feet?
There is a very light shadow, yes.
I think that'll do. The shade will sort of tilt his head for a moment and just... The maddened king. Last strand holding this kingdom over the abyss. And he'll lean over to Shaolin companion and... He is all yours. I would never rob you of the privilege. And he will shadowy step into the shadow of the Aasimar.
Okay.
Yeah, like right before him, and just first things first, though. And he will sort of realizing he never really got to take in the action up to this point, take the blade that is wreathed in cloth on his back and just lifting it over to reveal an ornate ebony black sword with almost ruby red gemmed decal over it. He will just bring it over his head and just... For you, honored guest, witness the malfeasance of Black Razor. And he will begin his assault, bringing the sword down on the Aasimar.
All right.
First attack will fill out the waters with a normal swing.
All right.
That's an 18.
Barely misses.
All right, that's fine. Second swing. 29.
Oh, that hits.
Great. 14 slashing.
Okay, 14 slashing. All right.
You will,
And you...
having grazed... Sorry, go on ahead.
No, I was going to ask, how did you want to swing that down?
He will just sort of bring the blade down, and the first hit barely grazing past, he will sort of turn it and then swing it back up in almost like a reverse motion.
Yes, so just literally like a downward slice and then just a rising uppercut, basically.
Yes, and then he's going to continue. Third swing. This one's, we're going to go for Great Weapon Master all in.
Okay.
That's another nat 2. That's a 15.
Oh, damn. Yeah, no, you miss on that one. He, after like the, after the second swing, you see him just jump back, barely dodging the other attack.
That's fine. We got one more.
Okay.
One more for you. That's much better. That's a natural 20.
Nice! Okay, so with the nat 20, you get double damage. So roll your damage dice, and then whatever that is, times it by 2.
Alright, that is going to be...
Well, the normal damage dice.
42 slashing damage.
Damn! Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah. Go for it, describe.
As he sort of transitions the upward swing into sort of like with a natural twisting motion to a horizontal sweep across the length of his chest.
Nice. Yeah, you see him just kind of like stumble back and clutch that area. And you just hear him just go, nice strike.
Thank you. Now then. And just because feeling a little bit rallied up, action surge.
Okay.
He's going to go for it again.
All right.
Oh, fuck, wait, before that. Great Weapon Master is going to take another swing as a bonus action.
All right.
24?
That does hit.
For another 30 slashing damage.
All right.
And back in, full attack. One more round. Or one more. Okay. Natural. Dirty 20. That's probably a whiff.
Yes, that is a whiff.
That's fine. Swing 2 of 4. 15. That's a whiff.
Yep, that's a whiff.
3 of 4. Nat 16. 29.
Okay, that'll hit.
For 28 slashing.
28 slashing, I gotcha.
And last one, promise,
Yep.
is a nat 2.
Okay. Yeah. So you send out like this flurry of swings. You're doing like overhead slices, you're doing uppercuts, you're doing sideways sweeps, you're striking every possible way. You're thrusting the swords at some point, just trying to do like literal jabs. And you're some of the strikes are hitting, some that are missing, but it's such a barrage of attacks that he's having to backpedal to try and just make sure he doesn't get himself killed. And you are just absolutely cutting into him. You can see that there is like, at this point, you have gotten like 2 really good slashes across his chest and his ribs that are just bleeding out. And he is absolutely gritting his teeth. As if that is the end of your turn, next up would be the tiger.
All right, I'm gonna use a key point so that I can get closer to him. So I'm gonna use a key point to do the tree or dash as a bonus action.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna run that 120 feet to him.
Go for it.
And I wanna, with my action, I'm gonna use grapple and shove action. Can I like combine them into a running tackle?
Oh, dude, I fucking love this shit. Go for it.
Alright, what am I rolling here? Athletics?
Yes, athletics. Now, mind you, he's a big guy, so this is a strong guy versus a strong guy. It's even playing field here.
You might not knock him down, but you sure as shit might grab him.
Give him something to think about.
I'm rolling his athletics. It's going to be a contest against the 2 of you. So what'd you get for your athletics?
27.
27.
I rolled very poorly.
Okay, and what exactly were you trying to do? I just want to double check.
Like a leap onto him and shove him down.
So here's what you do. You try to do that and you collide with him, right? Like you put your full shoulder mass into him as you tackle into like his, like basically his like stomach. And you feel like he begins to give. Like you feel like his legs almost buckle. But then you see him just stiffen slightly as he got one above you. As he fixes his form and he just goes, gonna take more than that.
Do I have my arms around him?
Yes, you do.
Alright, was that the full, did that take both of my attacks?
I would say that only takes one of yours.
Okay. Can
I'm all
suplex
fan of
him?
grapples. Go for it. Try. Try and suplex. I guess just roll like an unarmed strike, basically. So just to hit like that.
Wait, isn't this suplex where you pick someone up?
Yes.
You pick someone up, but he has enough strength to where I'm like, this is fine.
Oh right, he's got the 29 strength.
Yeah,
no, he's fine.
suplex him by like
he
the
can pick up
ankle.
a building. He can pick up a building. He's fine.
He can pick up a giant. This is fine. It'll be a
Fucking
strain on
picked
him,
up this
but he
castle and threw it.
We need a little bit more strength than that, but yeah.
Maybe a little bit.
Tear down the walls.
Alright, unarmed strike.
What is it?
Ooh,
What'd you get?
another bad roll, 24.
That barely hits. That is his armor class.
Holy.
Okay,
Oh my God.
so roll your damage as you begin to lift him up, and you almost feel for a second like almost like as if you can't get him off the ground, like because he's really holding that stance. But you manage to what you do is that you lower down slightly to get a better grip on him, so he has less grip on the ground, giving him less friction. Just so you can get just the right gripping on him to. Are you trying to do a suplex or a German suplex?
What is a German suplex?
German suplex is when you basically go behind the person. I'll allow you to do this if you want to. You can shift behind the person and you basically like lean backwards, bringing them with you and slamming their head into the ground. The other option is suplex, where you literally lift them up like a tower and then drop them down.
Lift him up like a tower and then dropping him down.
Hell yeah. So I'm going to send a gif of this So, for the people who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, like, we're talking about, like, full-on, if I can find a picture of this. But go ahead, what's that damage die, by the way, while I try and find this?
That is 15 damage.
Gotcha. Like, you're
Also,
full-on...
my unarmed strikes do count as magical if he is resistant.
Gotcha. Great. So, 15. Let me do that. 15. Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, so you lift him up, and you, like, would you hover him over his head just as, like, a fuck you type of thing? Because some people do that with suplexes.
Oh, no. Nope. I'm going straight for the ground.
Okay, so straight for a snap suplex. So you immediately lift him up and slam him on his back. And I'll roll to see if he actually gets knocked prone, or if he will just immediately get up. He will not get up straight away. So he'll have to use some of his movement speed to get up.
Alright, this is a very important question. Do
What's
I
up?
still have him grappled?
You know what? Wait, what I'll have you do is roll me a dex save.
Dex save.
Yeah.
This is such a fucking
Jesus
easy.
Christ.
Oh.
9.
9?
9.
Yeah, no. So you're like, I'm gonna hold him, and then that blood that's on your hands that's still kind of, it's just a little bit wet. It just, and you just lose grip of him. So, yeah, you lost grip of him.
That's fine. That's my turn.
Okay, that's the end of your turn.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, cool. So what everyone would see from behind them as Dagart uses his he uses at the very beginning of his turn, he uses mechanical bonus, giving him an extra bonus action.
Okay.
He then if I may combine my bonus actions into an action,
You may.
because I have 2 of them. All right, so with my secondary action, I cast haste on myself.
Okay, that boosts up your AC and you move faster, correct?
And it gives me advantage on dex saves.
So what you guys would see is that as soon as he casts haste, you see his body begin jittering, like he's fucking insane. Like his body, think of like a soda can. Like you shake it up, he is the soda inside that can. He is actively shaking.
And it also gives me an extra action.
Okay.
Where I can take 1 attack, but I can only take 1 attack anyways, so it's fine.
Okay.
So I move forward 90 feet, because it doubles my movement.
So as it's running, all you hear is...
And then I'm going to take a shot at the king, and then a shot at the right-hand man, because I think he's hostile.
Oh, who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? No way.
So with a 25 on the king,
That will hit.
so the king will take a horror show, 52 acid damage.
Okay. He is in a rage, so that will be halved. So let me...
Okay, so I want to know what type of
Okay.
barbarian he is then. I know exactly what type of barbarian he is.
Oh, he's actually a custom. You said 52?
He's took 52 acid damage.
Okay, I'm gonna divide that. Just make sure I get that number right. Gotcha, 26. He's a custom,
Yeah.
by the way. Gotcha.
And then there is a 25 on the Necrotic Azamar.
And you said 25 on the Chronic Asmar?
Yeah.
That should hit.
Okay, so he would get hit by a poison syringe.
Mm-hmm.
So he has to roll a con save.
Alright, con save, my dear buddy. He does fail. I don't have to even tell you, he just fails. It is
That
a-
one?
Dirty 5.
Cool. So he takes he takes 36 poison damage and is poisoned
Gotcha.
for a minute, or until he succeeds the save. And if he does, and I can just reset it if I poison him again.
Gotcha. Alright. Alright.
So he's now poisoned and has disadvantage on everything.
Gotcha. So, yeah, again, you see the king not even blink at it, but then you look over to the necrotic shifter. Sorry, shifter. God, dude, I'm all over the place.
What?
I mean, fucking necrotic Azamar, and you just see him wince, like he's gritting his teeth, because he got slashed open by a shade and then got shot, like out of fucking nowhere.
He got shot by a dude who was moving at Mach 2.
Yeah.
It's just the most like, the
Yeah.
fuck are you?
Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
I use both of my actions. I use my third action. Yes. So yes, I can start my turn with 3 actions.
Oh boy. So
This is the shit that I had my character built for.
you'd see, Dylan. It is now your turn.
Okay. Admittedly, I was hoping to go first, but I'm gonna have to pivot my plans just a little bit.
Okay.
Also, I
So I'm a-
absolutely love the description of him moving a Mach 2. Not Mach 5, he's moving like a jet, but like he's still an old man, so a slow jet.
Yeah, but like, but like a jet from like, you know, like early jet model.
I'm trying to remember. There's the one current jet model that is like the one that you never want to see because it's got like a mounted minigun, but it's slow as shit. But it will absolutely annihilate whatever it runs into.
Yep. Oh god.
Okay, so
Gunship
I was
inbound.
technically already in the middle of sneaking towards the king.
Yes.
Well, all of that like before initiatives. So am I like close enough to do a sneak attack on him?
I'm gonna have you roll a d20 so I can determine how much feet you got forward before initiative started.
Fair enough. That one. That is a 3.
That is a 3, and your natural walking
wow.
speed is 15. So you got like 5 feet forward. Like you are like,
His
I'm
natural
gonna
walking
do
speed is 30.
Yeah. There are. I should mention this, but there are like 4 pillars within this room that are holding up the ceiling around like the corner edge areas.
Oh, my God.
So like,
Really?
Yeah,
Now?
He's gonna bring down the fucking building.
but you see like so like you kind of like lightly are like hiding behind one of them. Like that's the only way I can really justify you hiding as a rogue right now, besides the fact of invisibility.
Fair.
But yeah.
Okay, so could I? So is it like enough for me to like at least do a sneak attack, or nah?
I mean, how close are you? Well, no, not how close are you. So you would be 130 feet. You only got 5
over
feet forward. You're 125 feet away. What can you do for an attack? Or wait, or have you already moved? What's your walking speed? Because you can move forward more. So if you if you use your bonus action to dash, you could get 60 feet more, which would get you to, if I'm doing my math right, that should be
65.
Yeah, 65 feet away from him.
Okay, if I do that, could I still use an explosive?
I'd say this: you can try to roll instead of doing a to hit, because it's very like you gotta throw it. You're gonna need to give me an
What's the range?
athletics check. It gives you a 5 feet range. Wait, no, that's his sword.
Okay.
It's a
So-
20-foot range, 60-foot long distance. Never mind. So actually, you know what? If it's 60-foot long distance, I'd say if you can roll a really damn good acrobatics check, I'll let you
It's
roll
also
the to hit.
disadvantage.
It would be
That's
a disadvantage,
at
though.
that
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait a minute. I'm standing over the guy.
Oh, yeah.
I do have an idea. I do have
Okay.
an idea.
You have
Okay.
like 200 health. You're fine.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. First, I'm going to dash as close as I can towards the king. as
65
as we
feet
talked
away.
About.
Yes.
And when that's done, I'm gonna light 3 bombs on the pillar to the right of the king, and I am going to throw my bombs at the pillar, trying to blow it up.
Okay. So those pillars are in the corner. Basically, okay. I probably should like. I'm gonna try and paint this as well as possible for you, right? That throne is directly in like the middle bit. It's like yes, it's at the end of the room, but it is like center mass middle of like door like alignment, if that makes sense. Whereas pillars are gonna be around corner areas, because that's how structuring would have to work, so things don't cave in.
Wait,
Um,
wait, hang on. Hang
Yes.
on. I'm sorry. Let me double check something really fast.
Yes, go for it.
Wait, I'm a rogue. Couldn't I just cunning action dash to get closer?
You did.
That's what the bonus
I thought
action
that was-
is. Yes.
I thought that was normal dash. Not cunning.
Normal dash. I don't think every
Normal dash
class
takes an
can.
action.
Yeah, normal dash takes an action for most classes. The only class we really allow that like be able to do the bonus dash like that is rogues because they naturally have it built in, and monks because they're supposed to be naturally dexterous. Those are the only 2 classes that really can do that.
And making them spend a key point on that would be very sad.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I didn't have to spend a key point for that?
Oh, did you spend a key point?
Yes.
Yeah, you can take that one back.
Awesome, thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, there's really not much I can do without hurting an ally potentially, so...
Fair
Piss off
enough.
the Skaven.
I mean, the other option
I
that if you
go
want to
after.
at least get closer, you could use your action to move another like 30 feet.
Yeah,
I know that
think
kind of
I'll-
sucks, but
I think I'll have
Well,
to
wait.
do that.
So
and,
wait, if he
call it a
like
turn.
dashes, so if he dashes, gives
Mhm.
himself that 60 feet, and then he double dashes, does he have 120 feet of movement?
okay,
Or
okay,
does he
so
only
wait,
have 90?
rerun that by me real fast.
So he dashed, right? to
Yeah.
get the 60. So if he still has that dash up, can he dash again to get that 120? So he can run up there. He won't be able to do shit, but he's there.
He could do it like that. Do you want to do it? Do you just want to do 2 flat old dashes? Just make the full feet? All right.
Yeah, let's go with that.
All right.
Because I say that because I'm sitting here like, you get an extra 30. I'm like, okay, he still can't do anything. So we're gonna. I'm just gonna suggest he just runs. Like it's the
Yeah.
most. You just see like the most clumsy ass man running to 120 feet. Because
So-
that's how I imagine this character is very clumsy.
So, just quick reminder so everybody knows the positioning of everybody here, just so we're all clear. You have the king literally at the throne, and literally 5 feet to his left is his, or to his right is his right hand man. And in front of the right hand man, directly within 5 feet distance, is the shade, and 5 foot distance, and directly in front of the king is the Chalan. Within
Both
30
within mauling distance.
Yes, and within 30 feet is the Skaven. And so, where exactly do you want to position yourself within this madness?
I think kind of, so I'm in front of, I already
Get
forgot the name of
behind.
Lorenzo's character.
Ishkabal.
Yes.
Ishkabal. Yeah, just so I'm kind of like around their back, basically.
Okay. Gotcha. So you won't be in you won't be in the king's sight just yet then, because of that. Because you'll be like right behind him, and your character's short, so he won't be able to just tower over Ishkabal to like look and see you. So that works completely fine. You
Alright,
won't have to roll perception checks yet.
I very much apologize for the confusion.
No,
I
that's
will
completely
end my
fair.
turn on that note.
All right. It also is completely fair because I failed to describe a bit of that. That is completely on me as a DM, and I do apologize about that. So moving forward on, and again, I'm so sorry about you having to run over. I feel bad when stuff like that happens. However, like it's a castle,
okay.
rooms are going to be big. Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's okay. I played D&D before. Like, I know shit happens.
Yeah, I literally, the opening session that I came into fun fact, the session that I came into with Lorenzo here, Jonah here, and Dylan here, when I first ever played with them 4E, I was just running around in a boss fight and I could never get close to the guy to actually do anything. So, like, I think 3 of my turns was just me walking. So, I feel the pain. I get it.
Blame the king and his stupid architecture.
Yes, you gotta love the fucking king. It's a little piece ass shit.
Yeah, to add a fucking football field for a throne room.
This
Gotta
guy's
love
trying
him.
to have the Super Bowl in front of him.
Knowing
I
his
have a
son
terrible
couldn't walk as
idea.
far as he could, imagine.
Oh boy. So Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here realizing I have 3 actions
Yeah.
that I potentially have, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to use these 3 actions to be a menace?
Oh my god.
you would see, so jumping over to the right hand man, you'd see him just go, you know, 2 can play that game. And you'd see his eyes completely become clouded over with this blood red as he would screech at you. And if you want to go and roll an intelligence check, my dear Shade.
An intelligence check? Just
Sorry, intelligence save.
Damn, I was hoping
Yes.
that was coming from me because I'm good at those.
Yeah, sadly not.
Well, that's not quite good.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. 18.
Okay. Great, awesome. By the way, I want to mention, Dylan, if you were behind him, you would have also been in the radius of this.
Fair.
So 18 sadly barely loses against this DC, is a DC of 23. As you
So he
see,
couldn't beat it.
yeah, I didn't realize. What is your
I rolled a
His
natural
intelligence is a
17.
+1.
Oh damn. Okay, yeah. So that's a really unlucky. I apologize, man. That is really unlucky.
It's
Um,
it's the one save I couldn't account for.
To be fair, that's like one of the things where it's like this would have been great against some like PCs where they could have dealt with this fine. Others are like, you'd
My guy has a +19 to intelligence saves. He literally would have looked at the guy like, the fuck do you want?
yeah. So you would take 52 psychic damage, and you become stunned. So on each turn, you may roll another intelligence save, and this DC will lower every turn that goes by, so you can you'll be able to have a shot. Yeah.
So is that on every consecutive save, or?
Yeah, on every save that you have to do until you eventually beat the save.
So,
Yeah.
Well, first off, you said that was 57?
I will double check. I'm pretty sure that says 57. Yes, 57.
Alright, let's do the math on that. Could I burn one Indom and attempt that again?
Go for it.
Alright, one use of Indomitable. Come on.
I have a question. Then.
Fuck, that's another 17.
Damn, sad. Was that natural or dirty?
Dirty.
Okay, gotcha. Sad. What's up?
I had a question. Because I don't know if I run Indomitable different from you.
Yeah.
Do you run it as closer to base D&D, or do you run it like it's legendary resistances?
I don't roll like legendary resistances. Not yet, at least. Because I want to make sure that everything's properly balanced for right now, so I'm still kind of working through some stuff. So eventually I can.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Eventually later on I'll probably do it, but you also gotta remember I don't run my my world as much of a monster fest as you do either, so
Yeah, I just give them
Yeah.
fighters because they fucking need it.
yeah, in his world you need it a bit more than mine, so
Yeah, that's why I was asking, because I was like, I
Yeah.
heard the Indomitable, and I was like, I don't actually know how he runs this, so I need to know, because
Yeah.
I want to ask.
Yeah, no, you're fine. So within every turn that you get, you'll be able to roll an intelligence save. If you succeed the DC and it will drop every turn, you will eventually be able to break that stunned. But if you fail again on your next turn, you'll still be stunned. So you get the condition stunned temporarily.
So would
Right.
Lesser Restoration get rid of his stunned?
I'd say probably yes. I would say so.
Okay, because Lesser Restoration doesn't say it does, but I feel like it should.
Yeah.
Because it gets rid of paralysis and poison and like things of that nature. I'm like, why doesn't it get rid of stunned?
Yeah. I get you, man. I get you.
Alright, cool, so I can be helpful.
Yeah. And you'd see this guy just go, well, I think it's time we tune it up a bit, don't we? And you see him just snap his fingers as he disengages, but his serpents that were floating around him stay in combat. As he backs away 60 feet. Basically backing himself up to the wall. So not 60 feet, but yeah.
And he did disengage, right?
Yes, he did disengage.
Damn.
Sadly so. But his three snakes are now facing you dead on.
Wait. So if he moved back 60 feet...
No, I did have to recorrect that. Because there is a wall that is behind him, so he was only able to move, like, basically, because this room is 150 feet, and he was 130 feet towards y'all, he could only move 20 feet back, so he moved 20 feet back.
Cool, so I can still shoot him.
Yep, you still have the ability to do so. Next up, you would see the king. As the king would look down at Ishkabal and just go, well, not look down, but on the ground, on his back, and just go, well played, but that won't be enough. As he, while getting up, clutching his greatsword, does a swinging leg strike, like basically spinning as he gets to his feet. And he's going to roll to hit you here. I'm going to roll the digital dice because I don't feel like rolling my digital, my physical dice. That is a dirty 28. Does that hit?
That's a hit, yeah. My AC is 20.
damn. Okay. I know some people here have insane ACs. I just don't remember who.
Hi.
Yeah, there it is. I'm pretty sure.
Fucking near. That would have barely hit me.
Yeah. Gotcha. So, here's the thing, right? You see, as he does this, that sword begins to ignite with a golden flame. And on top of that, his entire body begins to ignite. Or not his entire body, I'm sorry. His arms begin to ignite. As he activates in the process with his bonus action, his Inferno Rage. So he has his Rage, and then he can upgrade it into his Inferno Rage using his bonus action. He can't use Inferno Rage as a reaction, and he has already have Rage in action for him to use this. As you see him swing this sword directly into your legs, as you take 23 slashing damage. And on top of that, you will take... You got really lucky with these rolls. You only take 9 fire damage.
Alright.
And
I need to re-roll everyone's sheet. I need to reload everyone's sheets so I can see how hurt everyone is.
And you see with his other bit, you see him then, like, after, like, he gets up with that strike to your legs. Which, if you want to, you may roll a strength save to try and stay, on your feet instead of getting knocked prone.
That is a nat 20, 35 total.
Nice. So, you get knocked, like, it hits your legs, right? And you basically just use that momentum to just do a, like, side cartwheel flip, if that makes sense. So, like, without using your hands, you basically just use that momentum to just do a flip, except there's no, like, forward or backwards. It's just completely sideways. And then land directly on your feet. If you had failed on that strength save, your leg would have given way and you would have been knocked to the floor. Then, using his other action, you see him swing directly down, trying to cleave into your shoulder. I'm really stupid. I used physical dice one time, I used digital dice the other time. But that is a dirty 20 to hit.
That matches my armor class.
Okay, that barely hits. As he will swing yet one more time. As he will do the 17 slashing, and I'm going to roll one more time. As he'll do another 9 fire damage. And that will be the end of the king's turn. As next up is his dear, dear friend that you never saw. And, hey, my dear rogue. Roll a perception check.
Okay. One sec.
Wait, there's another individual here? Bam.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nat 20.
So, you see her standing right behind you.
Hey, yo.
As she would just go, took you long enough. And you see this lady. And sadly enough, she's like normal height. She's just like 5'6". But like, for anyone else, she's way taller. She or not for anyone else. For this guy, the short ass half dwarf or half Duergar, a little bit. She looks a bit taller. She has this like golden crop top that she wears, pretty well decaled, that kind of like goes around the neck with like a black collar, with a black gauntlet that has some golden design and black pants that are kind of baggy. They are tucked in to the boot area, so that way they don't overlap her boots. And she seems to be holding golden nunchucks. She has this like brown hair that's put up in a ponytail in the process. You'd see her just go, well, it's about time you noticed me. And she would begin swinging these nunchucks. Literally, you'd see her with her D20. She would roll performance. As she does not manage to crack herself in the head, because that is a danger with the nunchucks, but it will give her a +1 to hit in the process. And she will now swing for the hills.
Oh.
What's up? As she will go ahead and roll the hit. And does a dirty 19 hit.
What, me?
Yes, Dylan.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so she just swing and miss, and then she'll go for one more time.
Okay.
And it is a dirty 16, not dirty 16, natural 16, sorry. Plus 16, so dirty 32 to hit.
Dirty 32. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Okay.
That hits his 20. That hits his AC of 20.
Yep, as she will do 17 fire damage as she use a charge and cause the nunchucks to catch fire.
Oh.
And then there's the other bit of damage that comes in with this. As she does a total of 17 fire and 23 bludgeoning.
Ow.
As she just slams these nunchucks directly into the side of your head. And that ends her turn.
Considering that means my potion of invisibility is worn off?
It will not wear off. It will continue to go even after you get hit. It's just that, you know.
I
She
see.
roll with disadvantage? I'm just asking.
The thing is, she can see invisible. She is the only person that can see invisibility. That is due to what she is. As she is also a half Duergar. And she does have... It's a long story, but she does have an item that will allow her to see that. I want to let you know, Dylan, I did not plot this against you. I already had this pre-prepped before you made your character.
No, it's totally okay. If I'm like really hard to read at right now, I'm trying really hard to fight this like random sleepiness wave that has captured my brain.
That happens. That happens completely. That is completely fair. As you, next up would be your friend, the advisor. As you just see her, once again, teleport forward, using her bonus action to go directly behind the king and take a swing at his back. And she will hit, barely, and do 14 force damage to the king. And I'm going to write that down. As she'll take one more slash at him again. And she will miss. And that is the end of her turn. As next up, we are back full around the circle. It's the Shade's turn.
Shade, clutching his head, will just groan and will attempt another save.
All
I
right.
wish I went before you so I could fix this. I really want to
Nat
fix
10,
this
that's not going to
problem.
do it.
Nat 10, what's the dirty?
Dirty 9.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you had a -1 into yours. Yeah. Yeah, sadly
No,
that does not.
natural 9, dirty 10.
Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
yeah,
Nat
yeah.
9, dirty 10.
Gotcha. Yeah, sadly
I just
that does not pass.
Yeah, I'm just going to indom and try that again if that's alright.
Yeah, you know what? Go for it, dude.
Come on.
Please?
Work for me. Nope, Nat 4.
Damn.
Fuck.
I feel bad about this. I'm so sorry, man.
One save I couldn't account for.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
As that will, I guess, since you're stunned, I don't know if you can do anything else.
No,
then,
if
I
he's
remember.
stunned,
Oh,
like
yeah.
his turn just ends. Like he doesn't
Yeah.
get to
That's
do
the turn.
anything.
That's his turn. Next up is the Staven.
What about the?
Oh,
what about the
I'm sorry.
challenge?
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, we had different order. You guys all had that 20, so I had to remember. Yeah, it's the challenge turn.
Challenge up,
Sorry.
damn it! No.
All right, baby, we raging.
We raging. So you can do your rage with your bonus action, so you don't have to waste your action for it. That's how I normally run that.
All right, so raging.
Mm-hmm.
That gives me advantage on strength checks, so I'm grappling him.
Okay. Do your grapple.
Fuck
Roll
you
your
and your ability to stand.
33.
dirty 30.
Dirty 33.
Okay. Yeah, you'll win this one. What are you trying to do?
All right, I'm just grabbing him, so he's grappled, and then my next thing, I'm gonna bring him to the ground so that he's grabbed and on the ground.
Break his knees.
Hell yeah. You
That
got
is
it.
a 38.
30. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yeah,
How-
Jonah knows what I'm about to do here.
It's
Yeah.
happening again.
So, great thing about the grapple builds in D&D is when you grapple, you get 0 movement speed. So he's perma-prone until he gets out of my hands.
All right. And you do again. What was the type of grapple that you did? Did you just do a nose suplex to this man?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just grab him like around the midsection, throw him to the ground, and I'm gonna be holding him like by his hair right now. I'm gonna
Gotcha.
drag
You know
him
what?
with my movement speed, half
Okay.
speed, over to that his little what's it called, friend? The one who
the right-hand
Snake
man?
Boy.
Yeah, the right hand man. Also,
Yeah.
did you roll damage for the slam? It would be an unarmed strike.
I did not.
Go ahead and do that. Because you are slamming him into a ground. Yes, what's up?
My brain did not go to what he's doing, but my brain went to him like leg barring this fucker. Like,
Oh, God.
Would be actually I'm raging now, so
Yep.
14 normal or 14 magical bludgeoning and then 9 radiant.
9 radiant. Alright, cool.
I'd drag him over to this other motherfucker and just kind of growl out, "Don't run from me."
Hell yeah.
like a tiger, just dragging a giant saying, "Don't run from me." It's the most like creepy ass fucking monster.
Do me a favor, roll intimidation.
Please.
18.
So
18.
is
Okay,
it
I'm gonna roll his.
Should we roll it off of his strength? Should we run his intimidation off his strength? Because it's currently set for his charisma.
Oh, did you? Okay, yes, set up his strength. So fun fact with D&D Beyond, with 5e, even though it default sets it intimidation to charisma, if you have like a higher strength or con that is higher than your charisma, you can roll your intimidation off of charisma or strength.
Ooh. Okay, do you want me to reroll that or use the same
Yeah.
roll with the 15?
You know what? Just re-roll it, dude. Just re-roll it.
You know, let's get this as bad as possible.
31.
31?
Oh god.
Nice. Yeah. So you inflict him basically with frightening, with the condition frightened. So he's poisoned and frightened right now. This poor wizard. So a frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within the line of sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Oh, so he's just pinned up against the wall then, isn't he?
Yes. Yes.
And he's also got double disadvantage on anything he tries to do.
Yes.
So
Alright,
that con save is going to be fucking impossible.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that is, that's my turn.
All
Oh
right.
god, you stack disadvantage?
Yes.
Is that a home thing? Oh my god. Okay.
You know what's also funny about this? You said you moved like half speed dragging this guy, right?
Yeah, so that's 30 feet.
That's 30 feet. So you make it directly in front of this guy's face. You're like hovering over him.
So,
Skaven boy.
Dagart's up. Everyone would see the same flash that they saw earlier as he activates mechanical bonus, as this is something I have to do at the start of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
I would combine my bonus actions into another main action, giving me 3 main actions. With one of my main actions, I would have my homunculus servant fly over the 30 feet to the shade.
Yeah.
And I would have through the shade, it cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay.
That is one of my actions gone. So your stunned effect is gone.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then... God, here we go. I will, with another action,
Mm-hmm.
I will use my spell storing item,
Okay.
use one of the charges I have, and cast Grease on... where is it? It's somewhere around here. Yeah, I will cast Grease onto where the prince is, catching the rogue in it as well.
Okay. So you're possibly slipping up the prince, but you're also slipping up the rogue.
Yes.
So it's a dex save, correct?
Yes, so it is a dex save of 25 that they have to succeed or fall prone.
Okay. Dylan, go roll your dex save, and I'll be rolling mine.
Got it.
She barely misses.
15.
She lost by 1.
So both of them are prone.
Okay.
And anytime they move while they're within this 10-foot area, they have to re-roll the save
Gotcha.
I love Grease.
to be able to get
Fucking
out of
clown shoes magic.
it. Dude, I want to mention, this is all scamming. You just see this man, like, multicasting, like, 3 spells in one turn. It's the most, like, what the fuck are you doing?
Due to him being an artificer, I'd like to imagine that the grease is just oil.
Yeah, so you just see oil, like, fly out of his arm.
Yeah.
Okay. And then after that, he will Okay, so I still have one more turn. I still have one more action, which is the most like, huh?
Yeah.
Still do one more thing. Okay, so after that, I will shoot, the Shade, and I will shoot him with an inspirational infusion of healing.
Okay.
So, Mr. Shade Man, you get shot, and I have a dirty 28 to hit you. So I think
he's
I
also
hit
just
you.
recently reeling from stunning, so
Yeah,
probably
so
help
you
a
weren't
little bit
moving, so that helps. You get shot by a healing syringe, so you get forcefully healed for 78. And on top of that, you gain 20 temp health, and you gain temporary inspiration, so you can gain advantage on one attack roll.
So 20 temp health and inspiration.
You also gain 78 healing, and also if you can take, if there was someone within 5 feet of you, which I don't think there is, Nits, if you want to correct me if I'm wrong.
Double check. Just I want to make sure that I heard that right.
Well,
So
the
he
snakes
could-
are.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
snakes are, so he can take his reaction to make one attack.
Yeah, the snakes are there.
Oh.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, the snakes are indeed there. There are 3 of them.
So he can take his reaction. This is the inspirational infusion. This is like the magnum opus of my class.
Okay.
This is like the biggest thing I can do. And that is all 3 of my turns as I fucked with somebody, I healed somebody, and I cured somebody. So I think I'm doing my job as the support.
I
think
will
so.
happily take that attack.
Go for it.
Nitsify, weird question.
Mm-hmm.
With the thing, and the effect that happens with the temp health up, does that count, or is that only on a kill?
I'd say it counts. I'd say yeah. I'd say yeah. If you get a kill, or if like you just get a good strike, and I'd say yeah.
I was more wondering about the temp health because
Yeah.
the kill feature is also a temp health thing that has an effect. But
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
know if
yes.
This temp health would count.
I'd say yes.
I will happily take that attack.
For those who don't know, he's using a
Acrid.
custom sword.
Well, it's technically DMG, but for some reason it's not on
Yeah,
D&D
yeah.
Beyond. Acrid, you would see as the healing infusion sort of drains in and sort of circulates through Nemesis' body. Your homunculus might see out the corner of its vision his like arms sort of trembling over his gut briefly before he sort of glowers and sort of groans in like a barely suppressed rage before very hastily, almost like ferally swinging his sword up at one of the snakes.
All right.
Okay, thank God. Natural 18, that's a champion crit.
Nice.
Yay!
Double damage, man.
Yes.
Also, this is a fucking like little dude, the little homunculus, which is just floating there. You're not sure how it's flying. It doesn't have wings. It's just levitating.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nemesis in like a feral like stupor would almost like half shove it like a foot or so out of the way as he makes his like a crazed swing at the snake for 36 slashing damage.
36. All right, so that does kill one of the snakes.
36 times 2, so that poor little bastard took 72 slashing damage.
Yep.
Would
As-
that would that affect the temp health in any way?
Uh,
Because I know you can only have one source of it at a time.
you know what? I'm gonna say fuck it. We ball. It stacks.
Okay.
That's what we're going here with this. That's why I say fuck it. We ball. We're here to have fun.
Rears up, and just straight down in front of him plunges the greatsword down, like pinning one of the snakes into the ground. As
Yeah.
like a greenish essence of it seeps out and like dims into a Icarus red that seeps into the blade.
Hell yeah. Fun fact, it might not be an Icarus red because these things actually have like a black blood almost. As they are like necrotic serpents basically. So Yeah, but no, it definitely gets coated in that blood, that's for sure. Alright.
Soaks in blood and like sucks the soul into the blade.
Hell yes.
Cool.
Whatever, I guess, analog of a soul a snake familiar might have.
Oh god, dude, that's gonna be fun. Okay, I need to pull that up.
Thank you for
Yeah.
getting rid of that stun, by the way.
No problem. I'm the healer. I'm supposed to be helping, which is like the most like,
Yep.
yes, I can output a lot of damage. However, my main shtick is healing.
Yep. And if that's the end of Skaven's turn, it's now Dylan's turn.
The Skaven's turn
Okay.
finally ends after he does enough for 3 people, and it's like, fucking why?
There's just a lot of words going on. My brain is just like barely processing what's happening anymore. I feel like I'm hallucinating in a desert mentally right now.
You're on grease and you're prone.
Can I try to get out of being prone and the crease?
You can get up and roll a dex save if you try to move.
Okay.
Or you can just attack the fucking lady who's behind you.
like just on your
also
back,
prone.
just swinging.
Okay, I'll try to make a dex save. Oh, what's a 24 get me?
That will hit.
That's the dex
That's a
save.
dex save.
Oh yeah, no, you'll get up. That's fine.
No, it's a DC 25.
Damn. Okay, I guess not. Never mind. Just swing at her, man.
Dude,
Okay.
no, don't say you get up, it's my grease. Bitch, it's my spell, you don't get up.
Oh, I should. No, this crease. I love crease. This is so cool.
This is the grease
man.
that will bring us our sexless, taxless kingdom.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna hit the lady. All right, here I go.
I like to imagine it's the lady's like, I'm gonna get you.
All right, so I hit her with a 22.
Yeah, you do.
Yay!
Okay.
Gonna
Or your damage, man.
roll.
Yeah.
Gonna roll fucking. Gonna fucking. Okay, so not only do I do 10 damage, but I forgot to mention an effect my Warhammer had.
Yeah.
But now they also take 3 10 fire damage.
All right, just tell me the full damage in total then.
All right, fair. 1 second.
All right. Also, I want to remind you that you don't take damage from your own bomb. So if you just wanted to fucking blow her up with you, you'd be fine.
Fair.
She
The
can't
grease
dodge
would
that.
move, though.
Yeah,
21
yeah, the
would
grease.
move, They're
yeah, the
still
grease
stuck
will
in the
move.
grease, and it doesn't seem like the Skaven's gonna be ending that concentration anytime soon.
I just like the fucking image of the Skaven casting a million spells, the tiger person just dragging the king along the floor with them, the shade fucking fighting all these snakes, and then these 2 bastards like mud wrestling in the corner.
just like the image of like this incredibly smug rogue just going, "Oh, you'll have to try rather than oh."
The rogue was like, "You'll have to try," slips and fucking slams her face into the ground. the most like artificer says, "Shut the fuck up."
You're supposed to be cool, man.
Just the slipping animation in Baldur's Gate 3 just burned into my periphery now.
Oh god.
I know
yes.
exactly what you mean.
Yes.
All
The
right.
sound of
I
a,
love
the sound of
the
a skill
build I
check
set
and a
up
turn
for
abruptly
Sam.
ending.
All right. I've officially just stopped giving craps. Can I just light a bomb point blank in front of her?
If fuck it, go for it. Also,
I
what was the
wait.
damage?
Okay.
I think you can just detonate all your bombs. I think that's ability you have at level 20.
You know what?
That
I'm
is a
gonna,
thing.
because you're a demolitionist, I'm gonna say fuck it, we ball. Go for it if you want to.
Fuck it.
Okay.
I'm going
Your own
to
bombs don't
use-
hurt you.
I'm going
Pretty
to
sure,
use
right?
8 point blank bombs at once.
Technician.
Okay, so is it all black? Is it all the bombs in your inventory, or just double check?
Yes.
Okay. So does that mean your
Okay.
grenade with it? Because that's
So,
also a thing.
The
Gotcha.
grenade is not included.
Okay, just roll your damage. Go for it. What's up?
Okay. Do I?
The only one
Um,
that wouldn't hurt you.
So you said specifically, by the way, it was which type of bomb? I just want to double check so I can try and help you out here.
Black powder.
Black powder. Okay, so black powders, you're doing all 8 of these things, and they each do 3d6. So you're doing a total of 24d6, and then and plus 16 in your damage.
No more Mr. Nice Prince.
Right.
You know what?
Does she count as surprise?
You guys with your fancy techniques, your fancy builds, I say nuts to that. Sometimes all you need is a point blank bomb explosion.
She looks at you with the most what the fuck as you get sneak attack with it.
Okay. Okay, here it comes.
Okay.
24d6.
1. 2.
Oh god, we're doing each one individually.
No, you fuck.
5.
The Gark is just like, alright, done healing for the round. I'm good for
7. 8.
Oh my god. You can roll all of them at once.
I'm getting the calculator. Don't worry, Nits.
No. This is the power move. This is a power move. Let him cook.
Let him cook.
I'm getting the calculator, by the way. Like, this is the most, like, I refuse. I refuse to sit through the mental math.
I can't see the game chat, by the way, so anything you guys roll, I won't be able to see, so you'll have to tell me.
88.
88 in total is what I'm taking?
Okay.
Yeah, he
actually rolled 8 billion damage.
Oh,
so he did
damn,
88
okay.
explosion. He never rolled his sneak attack.
Yeah, rolled
he's
sneak attack
asleep.
as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, hang on.
You can click the
Oh,
button,
the sneak attack
Dylan.
only did 4 billion damage. Man,
Give me a second, let me find it really quick.
Dude, it's right next to your black powder bombs. It's right fucking there.
Oh, leave me alone. Alright, here it is.
Okay, what is it? I can't see it.
And 17 damage on top of that.
100 damage on top of that.
105.
So you see, like, what you guys hear behind you, you hear a as... Yeah?
Can I describe it really quick,
Go
actually,
for
if you
it,
don't
go
mind?
for it, yeah.
Okay. Destructor turns around. I like to imagine this is where the
on the
invisibility potion wears off a little bit.
Yeah, and so he spins himself around because he's on the ground.
He smiles, bonks her on the head with the hammer, and while she's dazed, 8 fucking bombs ruin her day.
Go. By the way, you never told me the hammer damage.
Oh,
He never rolled it.
You roll your damage.
I thought
No, he did. It was 10 plus 21, 31.
31? Okay, I just didn't hear it over by talking.
It's just a Duragar with like a bomb vest.
Oh my god.
I'm just the rat. What's your reaction to this? Y'all hear in the distance of, I was stupid.
Was there any extra description, or is that it, by the way? Because holy shit.
I'm assuming she's dead.
So you see her, like, she's close. She's pretty bloodied. You see her, like, cough up blood after that.
Okay, alright.
So she's gonna beat you to death with her fucking nunchucks.
Can I go ahead and use my grenade?
Do you have any
No.
leftover actions or bonus actions?
Oh wait, I
No.
probably don't.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
he definitely sure as shit does not. I'm sitting here listening to the fucking.
Because you already swung your hammer, you already did your bomb, so I don't think you could.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. I mean,
Well,
look, a
I
lot
am
happened,
loving-
alright?
I'm loving that sneak attack. Fucking 7 out of those rolls were 1.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it, man, but
Oh,
that hurt my
dude,
soul.
dude, that's so unlucky. Okay.
Alright.
Is that the end?
I'll end my turn.
Okay, you end your turn. Next up, you have the fucking king, who
Prone bitch who can't do shit.
yeah.
Because he can't get out of the ground.
So he has to roll a athletics check to get out of that.
I
Correct?
think he has to beat a 38.
Is that what you rolled?
Is it contested, I believe?
It's contested. Yes. So what did you roll before?
I think it was a 38 before.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
it
he's got to
was.
beat a 38. Okay, so the nat 1 he does not. So it's one of those things where it's like
doesn't do shit.
it's one of those things where like he's realizing that you guys tie in strength almost, so he's just struggling to like get a proper grip on you to try and get you off, but he just can't. Like you're like the more he like tries to shove you off, the more you dig your claws into his leg.
No. You see the true reason. All the blood that was on his hands is now covering the king.
Yeah. So
the
the
king now has slippery hands too.
Lorenzo, he still has so much hope. It hasn't set in yet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
How many descriptions can you give to being pinned in submission in the Royal Rumble?
Trust me, there's all sorts of ways you can do it.
Let me tell you, you run out fast.
Yeah. So here's what he does. So what area of his body are you grabbing again while you're dragging him? I want to remember correctly.
Oh,
I'm having him grabbed by like the top of his head, like holding his hair, and I'm like keeping a foot on like his lower back to keep him down.
So you put him into a headlock essentially. So he tries to like wrap his arms like over your shoulder to try and do the same to you, but he just can't get the proper grip on it for it to actually be effective. But since his arms are still on fire, you will naturally take the fire damage. But that's really all he can do for his turn. Actually, there might be one thing he can do because he still has one more action. But you will naturally take that 10 damage of fire as he's like trying to like basically get you off him.
That's
As
fine.
with his other action, he will be rolling an athletics check to try and basically once again get himself out of this thing. And if he manages to do so, he'll be trying to lift you off the ground. That is a natural 19 plus athletics, which is a plus 16. So dirty 35.
That's a miss. That was a 38 before.
All right. Yeah, so he has to get a nat 20 to break out of this.
Oh no.
So he is once again still stuck in it. If he had expertise, he would have been fine. He only has proficiency in athletics. So sadly enough for him, he is unlucky with this. As once again, that is the end of his turn. And next up is the right-hand man. And the right-hand man is like, again, inches away from you. And he is panicking. He's like, no, go away. And as you see him in panic and absolute fear,
Please plane shift.
he tries to do something else actually. As you will need to roll specifically you'll need to roll a charisma save.
Charisma save.
Yes, as he tries to banish you.
Oh my god.
as he's like screaming in the corner as like he's just saying, "Get away! Get away!"
Please tell me if
I'm
he
gonna
banishes. Please tell me if he banishes him, he banishes the king. I would really love if he takes them both.
Oh god.
Because the king's connected to him, he would be taking the king with him.
So that's an 11, but I'm gonna use my fanatical focus to try and reroll that.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my god. 16. I think I'm out of here.
What'd you get?
A 16.
The panics poisoned the frightened, poisoned right-hand man who's a wizard who's supposed to be probably this like elegant fighter just is pissing himself in the corner.
He knows he can't roll. He knows he can't roll for shit. This is his only hope.
I just realized something, right? Vanish is a concentration check, right? On his part.
With which?
Is Banish is that a concentration spell?
I can double check here. It is an abjuration concentration up to a minute, so he can drop concentration if someone hits him. And
He is still poisoned, so he's taking that poison damage at the end of his turn.
Yep, he will be taking that, meaning he'll also have to try and hold that concentration. So there's a shot he just gets banished and he's just immediately back. Poison is condition, but here's an actual question I need, because so there's poison condition, which is what he has, but was there poison damage added into that thing, Acrid? Because that's a custom class that I didn't make.
It is the poison damage again. It just it's just one of those like if he's poisoned, I just re-roll the poison damage at the end of his turn.
Okay, so I'll roll for his condition of poison if it goes away, which is what, a con save of what?
The con save of 21.
Doesn't matter, he got nat 1.
Awesome, so
So
he takes double damage.
Gotcha. He'll be taking double damage as he banishes the Challen and the Giant. As you see him just go, get away! And then you see both of them, like you see a portal open and suck them in.
So, as everyone else would see, almost as if, like, his very essence of being is being drained from his body.
Yeah.
As he takes 66 poison damage.
Oh.
I've already doubled it.
And so, like, he does that like, snap as, like, that thing happens, and then you see him just cough up a puddle of blood.
Do we come back?
Oh, I will be rolling for a con save.
Question mark?
Holy shit, he got a nat 20 for concentration. He doesn't want him
Oh
back.
my god.
What are the odds? Oh my god.
Wait, disadvantage because no, I'm kidding.
Nat 1s and nat 20s always overrule whether it's advantage
know.
or disadvantage, sadly.
I
Also,
still
I
think it's
think
funny.
poison's does poison affect saving?
Oh,
Oh no,
what?
it doesn't affect saving throws.
Yeah. But for his bonus action, you see him just look up at the Skaven and just go fuck yourself. he just, you can roll a con save.
He looks
this
as if you
kingdom's
can
so
go
fucked.
fuck yourself.
Yeah.
So with my 29 in con save,
So you take half damage. You take, let me go and roll the damage here. Is you see a little burst of ice kind of like form onto your shoulder, and then it shatters because you succeed in the con save. As it would have been 21 ice damage, so you can have that. And you can
10 or 11.
11 since you're level 20. You guys can take the damage, it's fine. But yeah, so you take that 11 cold damage, it just like formed up on your shoulder, and he's just like, yeah. That's the end of his turn. And now it's Natalia's turn, aka the personal guard, aka the rogue. And you see her just...
Dex save, bitch.
Yep, that's the first thing. As she like tries to get up, and she just like she starts pushing off with her arms, and she just slips back onto her back, and she just goes, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and she just
this fucking cloud shoes spell.
as she just, you know what she does? Using her bonus action, as she's a half Duergar, she casts Enlarge. As she enlarges you to twice your size, Dylan. So the prince is twice the size, and she looks at you and goes, "Now you're twice the target," and she aims for your nuts.
Oh no.
God.
No!
There are two very different fights happening right now.
And with a nat 20,
Oh my god. The prince just get gelded.
oh my
A Nad's 20. No way,
you
man.
take
Are you serious?
50 bludgeoning / fire damage. I mixed them together
Come
for
all
you.
around. It's all come full circle.
As you
Joke's on
feel,
her.
you feel that one of your two balls have been killed.
Nitsify?
Uh-huh.
I would like to take an opportunity attack.
You may do this for this moment only. I'm getting a call. I think I'm being too loud, and my mom's probably being mad at me. Hello.
Hi.
Am I too loud?
Yes.
Understood. I will be quiet. Apologies.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Calm
Beautiful.
down.
I'm gonna put a blanket near the front of the crack of the door to also help with sound. Alright, hopefully I'm being a bit more quiet now. So
Dude,
yeah, go
I
for the opportunity.
I just love that you can hear him sliding away from the microphone as he goes to shut his door.
It was already shut. I just put a blanket over it, so hopefully it helps with sound, because the walls here are like thin as hell.
Bailiff, smack his nuts.
So you get here's what you can do. You can do an
I'm the
opportunity of
prince.
attack.
You can't do this to me.
But it will be an unarmed strike because you're just like.
Okay,
You also
that's
just
fine.
got done doing bomb stuff, so you wouldn't have your hammer in your hand.
Okay, so I'm assuming I have to. Yeah.
Obviously at to hit. But I want to mention, by the way, when you got hit in the nuts, it was definitely one of those things where your eyes definitely like popped out of your head, like the cartoons.
I like to imagine also like he doesn't say anything, but like one tear slowly went down across his cheek.
Lorenzo.
Yeah.
Lorenzo.
I want
Cooler special.
So
What do you?
You're gonna have to remind me. Oh my god.
What is it to hit from your unarmed strike?
10.
It does not hit. You like
Yeah,
you
so-
blindly try to swing with your eyes closed, and you just miss.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's
this
up?
will pertain when it gets to my turn.
Okay.
Is the rogue wearing anything metal, like on her body?
No.
Sad.
Yeah, sadly. But the nunchucks are technically metal, I guess. So there's that.
I was just looking at the image and it looked like the bandings around her neck were metal. So I
Oh
was saying that.
no, it's just a very like slick material, cloth material. So
Alright.
yeah. Besides that, you see as it is the bard's turn, and you see the bard just go, well, oh, the king's, and looks over at the wizard. You see the wizard just go, no, wow, what about all the tea? We had all the tea breaks, and what? Come on, surely you wouldn't do that to me, Jessica. It's not Jessica, it's Princess Jesfa. Get it right. And you see her slice his head off as he falls to the floor. And the concentration ends. The king of the Challen snap back. He only had like 5 health left. You see them snap. You see them snap back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And you see the 2 serpents that are left over look over at him like. And you see the two serpents that look over at the shade, look at each other, look back at the shade, look back at each other. Look back at the shade, look at the door, look back at the shade, look at each other, look at the door.
Now back to me, now back to the door.
Yeah, and then they look over at the Skaven, look back to each other, look at the Skaven, look at the door, then look at the shade, then they look over at the Challen, and then they look at each other, look at the door, and then they slither out.
They really had to contemplate life and their life decisions here. They're like, is it really worth fighting a thing that's casting 3 spells?
Yeah.
No, we're leaving.
Yeah.
They generally just decided that they were not paid enough for this.
Yep.
They watched one of their guys get 1 shot, and the wizard who was supposed to be like their big guy just got fucking like 2-tapped by the fucking Skaven.
You got a good hit in. You got a good hit in at the start. I'll give him that.
Oh god. And before we get in to y'all's next turn, the king uses his legendary action.
Oh.
As I will be rolling for this, because he is still being grappled with an nat 20. He fully gets out of this grapple, and you see his body fully catch fire. And you see him reel back, like hunch forward, and then throw his head back and yell as a burst, an inferno of flames engulf within a 60-foot sphere of him.
Oh,
As
I don't think I'm out of that.
you all, anyone who's in range, only person that wouldn't be in range, if I remember correctly, is Dylan's character, may roll a.
No,
Is he?
No, Dylan's
No,
there.
he is there. Yeah, you're right. He made
Oh.
he made his way over to you guys because you did the full dash.
Unfortunate.
So all you guys get to roll a dex save.
I'm actually not
but
bad
this
at
is-
those.
I get advantage on this because of barbarian shit.
And I get advantage
14
because
modifier,
haste.
let's go!
I get advantage because Black Razor.
29.
That said, I do have a +2.
All right.
19.
Dear God, please.
Okay.
Okay. Not the best. 19.
Okay. So there was a 19,
29.
a 19, a 29, and what was from Dylan?
I got a 29.
Okay. So because you are a rogue, you will take no damage from this. Because you
Wait.
succeeded. Because fun fact, level 20 rogues, when they succeed a dex save, they just take no damage.
I
No-
just thought of something funny.
Yeah.
The fucking rogue who's rolling in grease.
Yep.
Dodging fire.
Here's what he does, right? So like
He's like Mario logic, basically.
I'm gonna tell you what happens with this, right? Because he sees his father hunch over, and he's like, I know what the fuck he's gonna do. And he turns into Sonic, curls up, and rolls the fuck back. As for everyone else, Skaven will take half damage, and sadly enough, that means that the Chalon and the Shade, aka Limez and Ishkabal, will be taking full damage. As I'm going to go ahead and
for haste.
I'm going to be rolling some damage here.
Rolling concentrations.
So
Okay, hit me with it.
I'm going to hit you with it. You take 90 fire damage.
That's fine.
45.
Yep.
Okay,
As that is his legendary action. As he,
So I rolled my 2 concentrations, 1 for the grease, 1 for my haste.
Yeah.
I succeed both, so I did maintain concentration.
All right. You
I rolled a
maintain-
19 and a 14.
Yeah, you're
So-
good. Yeah. Yeah, and there's that 90 fire damage. He used basically what is called the King's Inferno, as Dylan's character would know it. And that is now onto your guys' turn.
Question: do I recognize the helper? What was her name? Princess something.
The, Princess Japhessa.
Would I recognize them?
You would know that she was the original daughter of the past king.
Okay, so we were like fucking raised together then.
Yes. That is why she chose you.
Okay. Yeah, this is amping Ishkabal up even more.
Yeah, because this is something that both people who would immediately have noticed who this was would have been Ishkabal and Dagark, because he did get treated very well by the royal family and he considers them as friends. So he would have met the princess at one point. Sadly enough,
Criminal.
Yep.
The arch criminal who was like, just
Give me safety and I will help you guys in anything you need.
they sent him after like the worst of criminals, and those criminals disappeared.
yep. The Prince Destructor, he would know her because he would have seen her fleeing at one point. And, from the original attack, because she wouldn't have been able to handle all of it. She tried fighting, but eventually had to flee. The Shade is the only one who would not know who she is, aka Limius.
Yeah, straight over my head. Straight over it.
Yeah.
Dylan has
Speaking of which-
temporarily disappeared, but he doesn't go for like 7 years. So everyone else gets to go.
All right. So, first up is the Shade.
Alright, Lemmaeus
Your
will
50,000 swings.
Lemmaeus will sort of lurching back up from the flames, kind of burning away a lot of cloth on his armor, with a touch more poise than he's had up to the approach to the throne room. He'll sort of strain himself out and give like a performative deep breath and a sigh and just now that's better. And he will look forward, and the wizard is dead, right? Decapitated?
Yes.
He will just
Fuck you.
look over and pity. And he'll turn back, and how far is the rogue that is assailing Destructor?
I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, she's 20 feet away.
Wait, did she take the fire damage?
She did not. I rolled for it.
Bitch.
She got really
He'll
lucky.
turn back,
I'm gonna shoot her in the back of the head.
Damn.
and he'll
Like, I'm going to
Lemmaeus will-
execute her.
Lemmaeus will turn back and see the rogue assaulting the fair prince, and he'll go, I suppose you'll do. And he'll, gliding over the ground with it by wing boots, he will lunge towards the rogue and open an attack with a grapple attempt.
All right. Go for it.
She is prone on the grease.
Okay, so that's going to be
Oh, yeah, since she's prone, you have advantage.
great. That is
The king
a
is back. That is a thing.
natural 17 for a 30.
All right, yeah, that'll do.
Wait, what is? Wait, for what? Hold on. What was the save for?
And grapple, if I remember correctly.
Oh, Dirk, wait. Oh, wait, athletics. Oh, wait, Dirk, wait, that's a save. What am I doing?
I don't know.
I hit the
That's why
save
I
instead of
mentioned
my.
it.
Oh.
I hit the save instead of my athletics check. No, whatever. That's a 32.
All right, yeah,
That's
no,
why
it's
I
fine.
was like, why are you
secret
rolling
for
a
help.
save? Why are you rolling to save? Hold on. If you're gonna touch the grease, it's a deck save, bud.
Welcome back,
Yeah,
Dylan. Also, yeah, that
I
checks
think
out.
he's got enough awareness to glide over it with the boots, but he'll just sort of like go for like a face grab on the rogue, and then just with the 10 more feet of his movement, he'll lift the two of them up over the grease puddle. He'll just use his other 3 attacks to just lay into them.
Okay.
So
God, with her fucking 20
So-
hit points,
so
I'm
do-
so excited for her to get the shit beat
So-
out of her.
Here's what I'm gonna have you do.
24.
As long as you are grappling her, there is not a to hit. You just roll your damage.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Can I still roll for like chances of crits?
You know what? Fuck it, ball. We ball.
Okay, well that first one was just a 24.
All we know is
so-
that you're hitting. We just see if you're critting or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So first attack of 3,
Okay.
that's 30 slashing.
Okay.
That's just like repeated, like suspended air, just repeated like jabs of the blade.
All right.
She was so cool when she opened up and then got clowned by the Skaven.
Okay. Alright, not a crit, but another 28 slashing damage.
Dude, that's so sad. This was gonna be a cool character.
Yeah, I'm sure she would have been.
Yeah.
Anyway. Fuck, that was gonna be a crit 18.
Oh damn.
Nitsify, your first mistake was putting her near the guy with 8 bombs.
Yeah.
Your
another
first mistake was putting her near the fucker with 3 spells.
Oh,
You
God.
cast a turn. The 3
one last hit
actions.
for 24 slashing.
Okay. So after that last hit, how do you want to? How do you end her?
So he's just going to reach with like a glide across the ground, just go for a face grab, and bringing the two up will just lay into like a Mortal Kombat style grab of just flipping the blade to be backhanded, and just just 3 stabs like into the abdomen
Yeah.
before just prying the blade out, and just with like a twisting flourish, just hurl them back into the ground.
Jeez. Hell yeah.
Out of curiosity, Nitsify.
Yeah. What's up?
And Nitsify, can I break your heart one more time? How much?
Go for it.
What was her health maximum?
Yeah. Maximum was 243.
Okay.
Over 100 of it was already
200
done
and-
just by the bombs.
243 temp health. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ.
Yep.
As
Yeah.
like trails of green trailing off into a red, corrupted, devoured soul just seeps back into the blade. As
Hell
the
yeah.
embroidery on it, crimson red, just grows more.
Oh my
fierce.
god, wait a minute, you eat their souls. They're not even going to the afterlife, you're just eating their souls?
Maybe.
sir.
You don't know this.
Yeah, it basically the sword's just taking the souls. It's never gonna make it to the god of death. So the god of death will never see those souls.
Jesus.
Yep. So they don't get to be reincarnated. They don't get to be judged to go to hell, heaven, or reincarnation. They just die. They're just gone.
They don't
forever.
even get to see our handiwork that comes after this.
Yep.
Pity. Anyway, that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Next up is the John, who. God, so you've lost your grapple, but you can easily re-grapple him again.
Yeah, we're
$5 says he's getting re-grappled and this bitch is losing the contestation.
we're going for the grapple again.
Oh god, here we go. Okay, we're competing athletics.
Dude's
That
just like
is
40
a
wins.
fighting
40.
What do you get?
shit.
Fucking
40.
Lord. It was a 19 and a 1.
He loses. He like did that big roar, and you're just like, fuck yourself. And then just grabs him. What are you doing to him?
Time for that shove attack back to the ground, my boy.
Okay, so you're
Hang
doing
on,
what?
that's a back to the ground attack.
Oh,
That's
God.
a 40 athletics he's gonna contest with,
Oh,
otherwise
my
he's on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, but
I forgot to inform you. You just gave Mr. Grapple Mix Breaks the boss a level 20 character.
Yep. I'm seeing this, but don't worry, I got something in stock.
I've been meaning to start a therapy club.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm getting new members.
There's also just the fucking Skaven. You let me fully use a maxed out artificer.
Okay. Roll your damage, by the way. But also, so you just German suplex this man.
That is total of 23 damage.
Okay. You
And I'm
looking-
gonna
Yeah.
pluck that crown off his head and just go, this doesn't belong to you.
Okay. Okay.
The princess, she's near us, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna drag him over to her, hand her the crown, and then I'm gonna use an unarmed strike to just punch him in the face.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Casually dragging like the 14-foot giant like 30 feet.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna use a reckless attack for this. That is definitely a miss. 22.
Yeah, no, you're good, man. God, I fucking love Sean. Fucking stupid. All these characters are so stupid, but I love them. Yeah, no, you do that. You do that, man.
I'm so
Question.
sorry.
Yeah.
Nitz.
Does
You had such a
advantage
cool
stack
boss.
as well?
Does what?
Does advantage stack as well?
Yes.
Oh my god.
You get to roll an extra, so you just basically instead of rolling just
Alright.
twice, you roll like 3 times.
Okay, because he's prone, so I get advantage on
Oh.
reckless attacking. That's a 32 to hit.
Okay, yeah, that'll definitely hit.
After this like fucking episode ends, Nitsify and Acrid are gonna like include one more video clip at the end where they're like, all right, we've decided to ban Lorenzo from joining us ever again.
The mistake was giving you guys level
13
20.
damage.
Alright, how much?
13 magical bludgeoning.
13, gotcha. Okay. Oh, man.
That is my turn.
Okay, gotcha. Next up is Skaven.
Hi, man.
Hey, man. Do your thing. Go ahead, get it over with. Come on.
So, I will,
No.
use mechanical bonus, gaining an extra bonus action.
Okay. Nuh-uh.
You're just like, stop.
No.
Don't.
Yeah.
No.
Hey man,
please.
this guy's prone and grappled. I think we need our doctor over here to come and give him his shots.
I'm going.
It's
Okay,
a better medicine
so,
to take, clearly.
so I'm going. So is he within 45 feet of me?
Yeah.
So, if I just stab someone with the syringe, do I have to roll? Because normally you roll just to shoot it.
I mean, honestly, at this point, because of the way he's being held prone, I'm just gonna say y'all don't have to even roll the hit. Just do your shit. Like, you're not missing him. He's a
Okay,
huge target, and he's being held prone.
Okay, so I'm gonna fuck with this man's day.
Okay.
So I walk up. So everyone sees this rat with full confidence. Walk forward, stab this man in the thigh, and inject acid into it.
God.
Walk up to his side, inject acid to it,
Okay.
and then walk around him and stab directly over where his heart would be and inject acid into it.
Oh my god.
Okay. Roll your 2 hits.
I thought I didn't have to roll to
Oh yeah,
hit.
I mean your damage. Sorry, my bad.
So to the thigh is 54.
54. Okay.
To the side is 61.
Okay.
And then directly over where his heart would be is 57 acid damage.
All right.
Holy shit.
He is beyond bloodied. By the way,
I'm so sorry.
you're fine. You can see because of all the poison that has been put into his body, his like skin, which is naturally like a grayish stone, is becoming basically a pale white.
It's acid, so it's not even poison, it's just
Yeah.
acid.
But you know what I mean? Like it's messing him up nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I put it in different parts of his body, so it's even worse.
Blood is starting to like rush to his eyes because of this in the process. That
This
should
gave
be
me an
mentioned.
excellent idea on how to possibly end this on my next turn, actually.
Well, it's your turn right now, so go for it.
Okay. Well, for starters, let's see if I can escape that grease.
I swear, if that's the thing that
Nat
keeps you-
20.
Okay, yeah, no, you stand up like God saw you.
All right. I'm
Oh
going
yeah, I forgot to end concentration on that. Sorry.
Bruh. anyways,
It's just
I'm
almost like I could have. I forgot.
I'm going to take out my grenade launcher,
Mhm.
and
Wait,
I'm going to
what?
load my one grenade,
Oh my
and
God.
it is
Wait.
going
Wait,
right
no.
for the king.
Go for it. I'm not gonna
Uh,
stop you.
Okay, so I'm assuming I don't have to roll to hit if he's prone.
No, it's also an AoE.
Yeah, everyone's in that radius.
What's the radius
That's
of this
fine.
thing?
Hang on, give me a
This is
second.
why we have healers.
I
I still can
Okay.
heavily recommend not hitting the Skaven.
I would also
for-
recommend not hitting the princess that's right near them.
Or the
4d10 fire damage plus intelligence modifier.
Okay. so you're
dumb as shit, so at least that's a low.
Okay. I would say, like right as the prince kind of aims it and says, "Ha ha! It appears you're too weak. I'll never forgive you for what you did. You had sex with my mother, and for that, you must die." Yeah, that was his motive, by the way. That
Oh
was a
my
motive I
fucking
had
God.
planned.
He
The whole
looked.
time.
He looked at you right before you shoot, and he just says, "I never wish you were born." And just.
And then the prince comes back and says, "See ya, sex haver."
Oh God.
Okay,
Yeah.
So what's
so
the
let me load up
radius
the
of the fucking grenade?
4d10.
Mm-hmm. And what's the radius?
Okay,
I don't
it
think it
doesn't
has one.
specify
check,
the
I'll check.
radius.
It doesn't have. It doesn't say.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see
Uh,
how busted this thing is. I'm gonna be rolling something for this. But you go and roll your
Okay.
damage.
I already did. I got a 29 plus the 2 intelligence for a
Okay.
total of 31.
So 31 damage. So everyone that is within a 20-foot radius will be taking that 31 damage.
Can I intercept for the princess?
For what are you gonna try and do for interception? Oh, just like try and block it for the princess type of thing.
Yeah, just so I get in the way.
Yeah, you can
So
do
I
that.
absorb her damage. So I'll take double damage probably, but eh.
that is completely fine. That is completely fine. You will take double damage.
Also, in case I needed to roll a deck save, I got a natural 15 plus 10, so 25 to get in the way. That's my
Alright.
reaction.
That works. That works. You can do.
I
that.
would also like to try to maneuver my body to shield them. So if any splash damage gets out from around them, it'll hit me before the princess.
Hell yeah, yeah. No, y'all are protecting the princess just fine. She won't take any damage. Trust me.
Alright, cool. So how much damage am I taking?
It was 31
31.
naturally, so 62.
Okay, so okay,
How much
so
damage is going around
there's-
him and into me?
You'll just take like you'll basically take 31 plus like half of 31. So 31 divided by 2,
46.
15. You'll take 15 damage. An extra 15.
15.
Yeah.
Alright.
So 46.
Yeah.
Is Lemaeus in that?
Oh.
He
Oh,
is floating about
No, he's above.
5-10
above.
feet above the grease.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
he's not
he'll be
in it.
fine. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay,
Okay,
does
you'll
the
be
so
fine.
king die?
so here's the slight here's
Yeah.
the slight problem.
Yeah.
Dagron now has 62 reasons to shoot the prince.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you would see as that explosion goes off, the smoke begins to clear, and you can see that his eyes are white, as he is dead. You
Let's
have
go!
successfully killed the king.
The explosive was the final hit. That was my whole goal going into this one shot, and I got it.
And
Oh my god.
you hear the guard, Captain Guard, go flying into the room, knocked out unconscious, as Linguini walks up, rubbing
Oh.
his fist.
I think I'm gonna have to do something here.
I had to roll something for Dagron.
Mm-hmm.
I had to roll, and he maintained concentration on haste.
Yeah.
And he so the grease pit did go away at least.
Okay.
There is one more thing I'd like to do, actually.
Okay.
So I'm assuming, like, there's like some sort of remains of the king's crown, right?
The crown.
No, I gave that over to the princess.
Yeah, it's been given to the princess because that was originally
Okay.
her crown.
Also, you might not get the chance to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I was gonna say after
yeah,
you
you're-
tried to attack the princess, fucking Ishkabal is coming for you, my guy.
I mean, look,
Levace is Levace is just gonna
I got the
Levace
job
is just
done.
gonna fully turn over to Linguini and approach him.
Oh, God. Okay, so we
I
got
wanna-
2 things going on here.
I want to mention there are 3 acid syringes flying towards the prince.
Okay.
Okay.
An enraged Challen.
Okay, can I just? Okay, fine. I'm gonna do my own thing now. All right.
You can't do it. You're about to die.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
God,
I'm gonna have Dylan describe to me what he wants to do before we go any
I'm
further.
going to jump
and-
out of the window. I'm just going to jump out of the window.
So you're tucking and
Fuck
rolling.
this.
Okay.
Fuck this.
You're
I'm
jumping
jumping out of the window.
Okay.
Before
Okay.
it-
You don't check. You just jump.
Yeah, no. Before anyone else does something to me, look, I know that people aren't gonna like my explosive methods. I'm just gonna jump for it.
Or your controversial new policies.
Do me a favor.
Yep.
Roll me athletics.
Alright, fine.
Can I attempt to use that paralyzing roar?
You
You've
can.
gotta be fucking kidding me.
Are you in range?
No.
You have
that-
got to
I don't know
actually
how far
be
away
kidding
am
me.
From him am I?
You are. Let's see, because he was 20 feet away from the king, so you'd be 20 feet away as well.
20 feet. Okay.
Well, with his nat 1 in athletics.
Okay. So nat 1 in athletics, and did you get that paralyzing roar? Is it? Are you within range?
It's 15 feet, but I
Okay,
started moving
so-
towards him, so I don't know if that reaches.
You'll see in a second here what's about to
Mhm.
happen. So
Destructor
you
goes
see him.
cross-eyed.
You see him just like you see him like do that. Look around for a crown. See it's not there, and you see him begin to dart for the door. And so you start to move, and right as you see him try not the door, the window. As you see him collide into this window, the glass doesn't give way. As
And-
you just hear
Oh, no.
as he falls on his back.
No way you just Thor
And
Ragnarok
I'm-
this man.
I'm gonna do this. You are going
there's-
to take.
There's still 3 acid syringes coming towards him. That hasn't
Yeah.
changed.
20 bludgeoning damage.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine, man.
I
I was
I-
gonna use a flesh wound.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'll show you a flesh wound as your skin melts off.
So, okay, I guess go ahead and roll your to hit, and then
Natural 15, 20, dirty 23, and natural 17.
just tell the dirty so he knows if it hits his AC.
Okay, can you say that
Dirty
again
30,
slowly?
33, or dirty 23, and then a dirty 28. I think all of them
Okay.
hit.
I'm pretty sure all of them hits, yeah.
Yes.
The one
Uh-oh.
problem with attacking a chaotic evil Skaven is he will happily turn against you at a moment's notice.
It's not even.
Alright.
Like,
Oh.
that's not a joke. That was why I was so aggressively stating don't attack him, because he would have killed you at any point,
I
Also-
know.
regardless of the situation.
I know, you said that multiple times. I was
wanna-
prepared to face the possible consequences.
Yeah, so you take 160 acid damage.
Your damage
Alright.
is so fucking insane.
Can I Nitsify,
Yeah.
can I get some final words?
You get some final words, but also you get paralyzed roar. You hear a roar, and you're like, eh.
Oh, wait a minute. How much health does he have? Is he dead?
I'm
he
dead,
might be
I'm
dying,
dead,
yeah.
yeah.
So get
Yeah,
your
He
final
had
words.
128 before the acid hit him.
Alright. As Destructor slowly starts to melt, he says, "At least I didn't have sex like all of you idiots," and dies.
Beautiful.
Princess just looks over and I'm like, I didn't.
The rat is confused. He's like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Oh god. That's his final words after being growled at and shot.
Okay,
Amazing.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. I need to talk about this.
Mhm.
This is the second fucking time I've been on your podcast.
And you died both
Nitsify and Acrid.
times.
And I
wanna mention-
died not only both times, but also inadvertently because of those around me.
Well, yeah, because you betray your teammates.
I finished the job, Acrid. I
You
finished the
attacked
job.
me. I am evil. I'm killing you. You
want-
serve no purpose to me anymore.
I want to
Has
mention.
anyone ever told you that you're the equivalent of a broken washing machine?
I want to mention that the first one shot, I was the one who betrayed. So, but you know, it's whatever.
Okay. Nitsify, Acrid, I'm afraid I'm not coming here for a
No,
third
you
time.
could be. Either way, so
Don't
if I
lie,
remember
you had
correctly,
fun.
our dear friend, our dear
I did.
Shade, our dear friend, wanted to walk over to Linguini, aka Limius. What's going on?
Yeah, so Limius is going to drift down from the air with an unfamiliar poise, almost like a regal strut as he sort of makes his way down the throne room and just.
Okay.
So Linguini threw the guard captain into the throne room, right?
Yes.
All right, so he will just be approaching Linguini and just, if it isn't this court's new captain, how are you? And he will just lift the blade up and just straight down the base of the neck of the old captain and just, how are you doing?
Well, I didn't quite expect to be given a rank so quickly, but I'll gladly take it. I'm doing quite well. Rather easy fight considering the brute doesn't really know how to move very fast. Pretty easy to get out of the way. What about you?
You don't know the half of it. As the blade just tears out and sucks the soul out of the guard captain.
Oh god.
I'm not
I
even gonna ask
mention
with
in the
it.
background, Linguini can see the prince melting into a puddle, and the Skaven is just watching.
It checks out. You just go.
Hope you don't mind.
He's
Hope you
watching
don't
and
mind
checking
about.
on the princess.
Hope you don't mind about this poor sod. I figured you wouldn't have any practical use for him anyway.
Not quite.
Good excuse for a promotion at best.
I definitely appreciate it. Originally, I'm not even from this country. I just came by and I was wandering around and I saw the Tyrant causing problems, so I decided, why not? I might as well help.
Well, you've a level head, which
Mario
is
Land.
more than we could say for most of this company. I doubt they have had much authority to turn you down anyway. Between us,
Alright, indeed.
everything cleaned up out there.
Oh, you've got the half of it. We lost a few soldiers, but the majority of them survived, so with the help of the Zulu syringes, it came in quite handy. And a little bit of star power never hurts.
Well, great. Well, this whole court and splendid. Well, this court and kingdom is about to go to shit, and well, I imagine this court and kingdom is about to go to shit relatively quickly, and I want to be there for the party when it does. If you'll excuse me, and he will start to make his way out the castle and into what he is hoping to be a escalatingly pandemonic city.
Oh, you've got no idea. I can't wait to describe that. But before we do that, we still have some people here. You'd see that the princess would kind of just look over to our dear Skaven friend here and just go, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for the help. I'm glad that you actually agreed. Didn't know if you'd be willing to.
More than willing.
Well, since you're willing to help, I think it's only fair that I do you justice. And you would see as she would put a hand on your right shoulder. And you would begin to glow. And not only would she do this for you, but she would also do this for Ishkabal.
Oh.
As not only do you regain all your health and feel almost as if nothing ever happened to you, as in all injuries patch up and everything, your eyes begin to glow, and Ishkabal, you regain your eyesight.
Oh my god.
And not just that, but you gain true sight of 100 feet, meaning you can see within the spirit realm now. You can see ghosts that wander around and all that. As you also gain resistance to radiant damage, and as you feel that you are blessed by a true primordial Shonian.
Resistance to radiancy.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And also you feel that almost as if you can't age anymore.
Yeah, I'm immortal.
As she basically is kind of just giving you like a portion of like celestial like bloodline, if that makes sense, like forcibly. Yes. And she would just go, my gratitude. If you'd be so willing, I'd love to have the two of you as my generals.
Dishkavel's gonna sort of slowly nod, and he's just kind of examining her, like, facial expressions to see, like, because he's kind of embarrassed right now at,
Yeah.
like, what he's become in front of... Is she older than him or younger than him? Because he's 20.
So she would be older than him. She is around, like, I say 45. But to be fair, Shonians live around to be like 400 to 600 years old, oftentimes, and they don't really properly age, similar to that of Azamars. So it's that weird thing of, like, technically she's like a young adult for a Shonian. Like, her being 45 is the equivalent of being like 20.
Gotcha.
Dude,
Yeah.
This,
Because
the
he would
military of
raise
this
around them,
army.
use her as, like, I don't know. I guess older sibling-esque, and kind of embarrassed that he went apeshit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, she would just go.
Well, the elder escape.
Yeah, meanwhile, the elder escape, who's like, this is fine. That's completely fair,
Dude.
though.
Dude, I'm thinking about this country's army
Mm-hmm.
being led by the Chalan and then the military strategist of mayhem of a Skaven.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Actual Warhammer shit.
No.
Hell yeah.
She would go, well, I
Don't
don't
worry, we'll
know.
have flying ships in 3 years.
I don't know where our dear friend went, but, if you do see our dear friend, the Shade, Limius, please say hi to him. If he wishes to have a point in the Royal Army, feel free to let him know. He's always will. I'd be happy to have him. Sorry, I'm a little shaken up. We need to go check on the people.
Skaven waddles out.
You thinking to nod and follow after her?
Hell yeah.
I
Also,
waddle after.
she did notice your embarrassment, by the way, but she did not want to call you out on that. She did roll an insight. So, it's one of those
Guess
things where it's like,
I'll
she's
roll
like,
to see if even I notice.
fair enough. She
13. I didn't notice. I was too busy
Yeah.
being confused at being able to see spirits.
Yep. You can see the king's, like, spirit just, like, annoyed that he's dead.
Flipping him off.
He, like, flips you off back. Like, fuck you.
Wait,
I just flip him off with an acid syringe.
wait, you can see the king's spirit.
Yeah.
Couldn't you see the prince's spirit too?
Oh, that is actually true, because you didn't have your soul eaten by the sword, so yes. You would also see
So-
the prince's spirit.
The prince is now going to make it his life mission to annoy the shit out of Acrid's character until the day he dies.
So,
Fun fact, you would notice this Skaven do a fantastic job at ignoring you.
Well, guess what?
he can try his
Can't
best.
ignore me forever, buddy boy.
The prince can continue to try. Eventually, the goddess of death, she will normally send her guardian to grab lost souls. So eventually, you will be brought to be judged. But until that time, you will spend the rest of your soul life trying to give the Skaven problems.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, and to end this off, Limius, as you walk out, you can see that it is a mixture of chaos, harmony, and just death. You see that there are the old royal guards trying to establish, like, dominance over what is happening, because word spreads fast. As the old and the new are clashing against each other, and the civilians have started getting into the fight. And the
Which
town
side?
guards have started getting into the fight. Oh, they're 100% fighting against the Tyrant's guards. So they want them dead.
Limius will, standing at the steps, at the precipice of, I suppose, the chaos on the streets,
Yeah.
he will just, arms stretched to each side, lean back a little bit, just almost like taking in a breeze of air. He will just, at last. Good, foolish, brash Linnaeus. Thank you for this opportunity, old craven. But perhaps It's best that we shed old veneers and guises and finally embrace the heart of the matter. The mask for the masquerade may be ended now, but the banquet, Black Razor's banquet, is finally upon us. He will smirk to himself and begin descending the steps into the chaotic streets to begin his own revelry.
All right. And I think
Badass.
that is where we end this. I thank you all for
Oh.
watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the
Wait,
campaign.
wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make a bet against you two, Nits and Acrid.
Okay.
The next time you guys do a one shot, I want to be brought along again,
Okay.
and I'm going to be the one that doesn't die.
I highly doubt that because of the way you play your characters, you make it very easy to want to kill you.
Acrid, are you
Like, you
Acrid,
make it incredibly easy for any
Acrid.
of my characters to go die.
look, Acrid, I do it for the podcast, okay?
And I do it for the podcast too.
Okay,
He's
I do it for the
bringing in the
podcast.
retention,
for the
man.
third time. If I get invited for a third one shot, I am going to play as seriously as I possibly can. And
I
if I
doubt
make
that.
it to the end of it alive, I don't know, but I want to get something from you two.
You gotta have
Oh my
like
God.
a special
I'll-
announcement announcing it's gonna happen too. Really
Yeah.
bring in the people. Really
This is my
bring in the
challenge.
suspense.
This is my challenge to both of you two.
I accept your
Honestly-
challenge because I doubt you'll live.
Hype up,
Yeah.
hype up
I'm-
Tic Tac Bowl.
If you play anything like you played this last character, you're not living. If
Tell
you
you
play
what.
anything like the two characters you've made, you're not living.
Tell you what, if I
It doesn't
end
matter
up
who's
dying in the
DMing.
third campaign, I will go along with whatever cockamamie scheme you got for a fourth one shot. Like, I won't back out of it.
All right, DM target him. Nah, but either way, thank you all for
Cracks
watching.
knuckles with murderous intent.
My bad. I do, like, jokes aside though. I hope everybody had fun. This,
Yeah.
I hope people also enjoy this. This is a one shot in my world. People, it's not shown often because I haven't DM'd in a hot minute. But I hope you guys all had fun. In case anybody needs to shout anything out, I don't know, not everybody here is a content creator, if I remember correctly. We've got Acrid. He's got like 13 subs on YouTube. He doesn't post anything, but he's there if if you want to sub to that. There's
Yeah.
also Tiktakdylan on YouTube, and also on Twitch.
Tiktakdylan.
Yeah, exactly like that. Literally just take the Tic Tac brand, and then just put Dylan beside it. Literally on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, if I remember correctly. You can find him there. Dude does a lot of Among Us videos. He's pretty pog.
Tiktakdylan.
Also a Jackbox sometimes, whenever he feels like it. He still hasn't posted the VR recordings we did way back when. I'm making it public. Hey, I'm helping you. I'm helping
Damn,
you.
get his ass.
No, you're not. No, you're not. How do you call this helping out? You have college, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I work 2 jobs. I get you, Chief. Also, I don't know, Lorenzo and Jonah, do you guys have anything you wanna throw out there?
Not for me.
Not really. I don't really stream or anything.
Okay. Well,
Plug
just
in
hanging out.
just plug in
Let us know in the
Markiplier and
comments
just
if
like
you
put
want us
their
to bring
names
them
in the
back.
description.
yeah, the comments let us know if we want to bring them back. But even then, even if you guys don't want us to bring them back, if we want them back, we'll bring them back. So go fuck yourself. But it is still common anyways, please. Okay.
It helps a lot.
Please. What's another
comment
generic
good
YouTube
video.
stuff? Oh yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I don't know.
Something,
I'm
something,
hitting this.
ring that bell,
Yeah,
something,
it's-
something.
Yeah, something. Yeah. I think that's how that goes. Anyway, thank you all for watching this podcast. I hope you enjoy. And as always, I was about to do an outro. Have a good night. Bye. Damn.